Hello, thank you for joining us on this live edition of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. This is local sports picker here in Phoenix, Arizona. Hopefully today with our picks, your picks are going to be another great day for you. We're live currently, YouTube Live, and also on TikTok as well, so feel free to join us. We're getting in after a couple of the baseball just getting underway today. We're a little bit behind. Joe, Charles, Jay, what's going on? Harry, how are you? And so feel free to let us know. Michael Guzman, thank you as well. We're going to send a few more invites out to get as many people here as we can. Hopefully everybody's having a great Saturday the 5th as we keep rocking and rolling along with this month as it keeps just doesn't stop, right? It does not stop. It's a beautiful thing. So hopefully everybody had a great 4th. And now we get to the fun stuff. Jay, what's going on? Ivan, thanks for joining. Vera, what's up? How are you? Michael Guzman, what's going on? Bishop Don, what's happening? Tony, glad to see you guys all here. Yeah, happy 4th weekend. Drew, thank you. Let's see here. We got a little bit more to send out here. Hopefully everybody got to shoot some firecrackers off or what, fireworks off, all that kind of stuff. Now we got baseball, Cubs, Cardinals going on right now. We got Rays, Twins as well. We got more afternoon games coming up here in the next hour or so. Jimmy Vegas, what's up? 2 home run hitters today. Eugenio Suarez, I like quite a bit. I think I'd have to throw him in there and maybe in Westberg for the Orioles. I do like the Rays to win today. We did like that one. We did like the Cardinals quite a bit going against the left-hander. The Cubs struggle some more with lefties. So Astros, we do like today. I understand the Dodgers lost by 15 runs yesterday. I do understand that, or it's 17 runs. Everybody thinks it's going to be, we got embarrassed. It's Framber Valdez on the mound today. So this is the game kind of like the whole series before the series started. Padres and the Rangers under 8.5. I don't know the way the games are going. Yeah, could be. Could be on that one. Terry, thank you. Jake, thank you. To Nick. Nick, what's going on? What's going on, Nick? How are you? Brendan Donovan with a hit. There we go. All right. We can get that going early. All right. Let's see here. Let's go Mets. There you go. A little bit more dinner bells, what we need there. All right. So Kirk RBI prop, Blue Jays. Okay. I take the Diamondbacks versus the Royals total over. I don't know about taking the total over on that one, but I do like the Diamondbacks. Emiliano, Philly GI, what's going on? What's going on, Michelle? How are you? Yeah, I like Fromber's pitched really well as of late, so that's the reason we're all up on Framber Valdez, and we definitely do like the Astros in that one later. Tampa Bay, Minnesota. Let's go over that game quickly here. So it looks like we got Minnesota. Summer League, Dassey. No. I love NBA, but we're not playing G League guys on that one. Cardinals, we were on. Blue Jays. There's not a lot of like straight money lines today. I think I do like the Diamondbacks, do like the Astros. Tigers. What's going on, Philly? How are you? What's going on, Phil? LSSC, what's up? We're streaming live on YouTube or TikTok, so feel free to hop on either one. And I do like the D-backs today. Eduardo Rodriguez has been, we give him a lot of crap, but he's been decent lately, and all of a sudden the Royals act like they're getting bad in practice. So 11. I don't know, Phil, but I like the Cardinals today. You keep throwing a left-hander against the Cubs like throwing kryptonite at Superman, right? So I don't know. They scored 2 in the first. They got a couple runners on, a couple outs here. Rays in trouble at the moment. Yep. Peterson's been pitching pretty well. Ron's on PlayStation, looks like. Thanks for joining the show. That guy, what's going on? Millwright, what's up? Great to see you both. Dion, thanks for joining. If you're following us on here, I highly recommend following us on YouTube as well. That's where more of the detailed info is going to be, especially for all the like football, basketball, baseball, all that stuff. Phillies, Yankees. I do like the Phillies, do like the Yankees today. Giants, I understand why, Millwright, but I can't get there. It doesn't mean they're not going to win. I actually like the +1.5 on the other side, but they could still win that game, a one-run game. Because Logan Webb's not gotten them necessarily home as of late. But I do like the Phils and the Yanks. I like what you're putting down there on those. Lowe and Abrams, you're leaving out James Wood? I don't know if you can ever leave out James Wood these days, right? I don't know. James Wood, 292, LPS 950 plus, 23 homers. It's been a machine, man. And they intentionally walk him all the time too, right? Henry, what's going on? Tigers over 4.5 runs. Jeremy has an excellent chance today. Let's see if I missed anything else. Looks like we got all of that. Yeah. Wilson Contreras strikes out, so Cubs sneak out of that inning. Cubs cards over 9.5. I'm really honest, not as much as I should. The Cubs, for some reason, can't seem to hit lefties very well over this last 2-month stretch. So I'd stay away from the total in that one unless you're just playing the Cardinals side of things. On that one, and the Cardinals did grab 2 a little bit earlier off of Pomerantz. Flexen gave up 3 hits, but did not allow a run. So VV Cleaning, thanks for joining Fernando's card. What's going on? Great to see you again as well. Please like, comment, share, gifts. The live stuff does take a lot of effort and a lot of things going on. We answer a ton of questions. Throw a little love out there at least, right? So Bubba's Picks, thanks for joining. Tim Wood, what's going on? I'm not, Philly, I hate the Padres. It's one of the teams I just can't, it's not necessarily if they win or lose. It's just situationally they suck. But against Texas today, I think that thing's got a great chance to push. You know what I mean? So, are you calling Benintendi? You're going to go Benintendi again? Marlins, they've got a shot today. You know what I mean? Tim, thanks for liking the live. Appreciate it. And Michael Busch, who was hotter than a firecracker yesterday, leads off the second for the Cubs. Why not? The Blue Jays are hot. Why not continue, right? They got the pitching matchup I like for them today as well. So, Stu Gotts, thanks for liking the live. Matt, thank you. Stu Gotts, thanks for liking the play of the day. We're probably Cardinals over the 4.5 team totals, the one we're heaviest on, but do like Altuve, Paredes, Westberg, Orioles over 3.5 team total. Eugenio Suarez, we like a lot. They're all probably the same right after that. Okay, you subscribed. That doesn't get you on the Discord these days, but I'll talk to you after the show. I'll send you a message. Mr. Johnny Bravo, thank you for all the gifts. Appreciate it. Let's see here. So we got some updating to do from yesterday. Sorry, we were kind of under the weather a little bit. I'm old, all good. Yeah, I hear you. Yankees, Mariners, Brewers. Excellent chances there. Let's see here. Tony, what's going on? Yeah, let's see here. Mike, thanks for joining. PHE, long time no see. How are you? Looks like we should have probably done some a little bit of bookkeeping before we got started. All right, Michael Busch continues his home run stretch after yesterday. There's a home run. The Cubs got a run against a left-hander. Woohoo! JTOG, what's going on? Blue Jays, Phillies, Tigers, Yankees, Diamondbacks, like all those. Emiliano, Tony, thank you. KT King, thanks for joining. Minnesota still 1-0 in that one. Bases loaded. If Bradley gets out of this only giving up one run, that's pretty solid. Let's see if that happens. JT, thank you again. All right, Buxton for the Twins, bases loaded. I don't know if they get another 8 today, but I thought it was going to be a tough day scoring for them. You know, 1 run in 2 innings is pretty solid, but I just don't know what the left-handers normally give them trouble. So, and Buxton flies out, so only 1 run there for the Twins with the bases loaded, nobody out. Nico Horner's a 3-2 count now, and we got Angels and Blue Jays warming up, so they'll be ready to go here in the next 5 minutes probably. So we'll have 3 games going on. Give 4 pitchers strikeouts. I don't think I like 4 today. Nobody in the Blue Jays game. Nobody in the Baltimore. Oh, man, what's Rodon at? That would be probably the closest one. Let's see. Astros, I believe so. Yeah, Framber Valdez, I like that matchup. So Framber's pitched well. Maybe Rodon for 6 strikeouts if you're looking for pitcher Ks. It's not, a lot of times you just can't say, give me 4 of them. There might not be 4 on the board. To be really honest. Let's see. We'll go take a look at Corbin, Stugotz, what's going on. Ranger Suarez, I really don't like that number, but Corbin over 3.5. That one I do like. Even though it's the Padres, it's only 4 Ks for him. That's not an absolute boatload. Let's see. We'll go look at Herman Marquez. Montez for 6 strikeouts. That's some homer stuff there. Come on now. Herman Marquez over 3.5 Ks. That'd take a while there. Mize for 4. He normally don't strike out many. Just keep that in mind. I mean, I've seen many of his starts ended 3. Leclerc, are you talking about Lodolo or are you talking F1, Nick? F1, Ferrari fell off a little bit. Verstappen, by the way, had maybe one of his best laps of the season for the qualifying there. Angels today, I'm not in love with the Angels. Namaraga, great to see it. It's just because of Konkonowitz. That sinker ball tends not to stink. Yeah, Leclerc, FP3, he did a free practice 3, qualifying not so much. David, what's going on? Cedar Point. Should you take the Cubs right now? I wouldn't, but I don't think they're winning the game personally, but that's me. So, and thank you for all the people on both platforms, TikTok and YouTube. Always greatly appreciated. Cedar Point, thank you. I do like the Rays, even though they're down 1-0. Might be a good time for a live play there if you're looking for that one. I am a little disappointed. Normally they play a lot better on the road, and the Twins are not some like monster team to get against here. I'm not sure who Trevor Vu is. Took overs in the Angels game, Kopi. All right, I got you. Ladalo over 3 strike. I don't know how long he's going to be in the game. I thought this is the game I think the Phillies, the sticks come out in fury, to be really honest. P5, thanks for joining. Hamilton's not going to get to the podium tomorrow. No. I can give you the podium if you're ready, Nick. I don't know the exact order, but it's going to be Verstappen and then the 2 McLaren cars, Piastri and Norris. I've got you know what I mean? I'll put it to you this way. So especially if it rains tomorrow, definitely watch out for, what's up, James? If it rains tomorrow, which there's a possibility of rain for that F1 race, definitely like McLaren a little bit more. They ran a lot of downforce today. Verstappen is a lot faster in the straightaways, but in the high-speed corners, that's where McLaren dominates. And if it gets rainy, they've got ultimate downforce on the car tomorrow. So, as they can't switch the car now that it went through qualifying. So, cost them probably, I don't know. It cost them probably both to win qualifying, but Silverstone's one of those tracks where there's a lot of passing. So, Ian Happ did walk. Best thing he ever does for the Cubs is walk to get on base because he's an absolute turd. With the average down to 230, you think they'd pull him out of the one hole, but yeah, McLaren, they got the best cars going right now. The only question it boils down to is those slow corners, where there's a lot of slow corners. Mercedes might have the best car at the moment. So, in that one, but we love Formula One. Unfortunately, I don't like what they picked today because it cost us some qualifying, but that's okay. We'll make it back during the race. Tucker lines out. We're going to the third, 2-1 Cardinals. Vera, thank you. Ian Happ should bat probably. I think 7 holes probably perfect for him, as I don't want him in the 8 or 9 as it winds around. But PCA should be leading off for sure. It's ridiculous. It's like watching David Ross reincarnated as the manager of the Cubs. We've been crying about it all season long. I thought they finally learned when Happ got injured for the couple weeks and PCA went to the leadoff hole and they were so dynamic. But no, as soon as he came back, he goes to the 1 hole. So, I mean, PCA is only top 10 in the league, and let's go through the categories. These home runs, RBIs, stolen bases, doubles, runs scored. Yeah, he's only top 10 in the whole major leagues in all of those. Yeah, he shouldn't lead off. Whatever. Let's keep the slow guy who plays average defense in left field, who has no power and doesn't steal bases. Let's keep him in the leadoff hole. Thank you. That's your life as a Cubs fan. Angels do have a couple on here. Top first. As Nito got hit by a pitch. Trout with the single, first and second, 1 out. Cedar Point, thank you for the gifts again. Appreciate it. Can do a pitcher recap. Yeah, these are not anything like absolutely in love with. But if you're looking for some strikeouts today, I would be looking at Rodon. Let's see here. And Fromber at 6, I would take Herman Marquez and Patrick Corbin. What's Castillo's number? Let's look at him too here really quick. Philly by 2 runs. Should have a great opportunity to do that today. Castillo to get 6 as well in that Mariners game. They're always live against Pittsburgh, right? Hot boy, thanks for joining. Vera, thank you. Appreciate you posting that all up as well. Rays get on the board. Thank you, Nick. Is it 1-1? 2-1. 1-1. Oh, Danny Jansen. There you go. Chandler Simpson flies around from first and scores on a double. Now you got Simpson at first, so any kind of – hell, he might score on an infield hit. Yeah, anytime, Vic. Carol, thanks for joining. Is it K-Rel? Or I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry about that. Ranger Suarez over 18.5. I wouldn't play that. That's under that I'd play. Guy to go more than 6 innings these days, that's a bunch, so. Joe Pierce, thanks for joining. Oakland is winning the World Series. Well, they don't play in Oakland anymore, so do you want to say Sacramento? Iakoda, thanks for joining. I love what they're putting together for the A's organization. They've got 1 pitcher and he's the closer. Leaning over in the Seattle game, you expect Seattle to score all of it then? I don't like it, Nick. I'll be honest with you. Under Pittsburgh team total, I think there's better play, but I don't think the Pirates are scoring anything, but that's me. Been getting killed lately. You've been playing too many parlays. Early part of this week was so awesome. I almost had to triple check everything. Yeah, if you're going to play Seattle score most of it, Nick, then just cut it down and just play Seattle to score their runs. Just yesterday? Yesterday, no, it wasn't good for baseball, at least for us. So Angels have the bases loaded. We'll flip over there quickly. Jo Adell up, bases loaded, 1 out against Scherzer. He should be able to get Seattle, I think, at 3.5 in that one too, Nick. So they do walk Jo Adell. Scherzer gets a run on the board for the Angels. Now it's 1-0. That's starting off awesome. Always love it when they walk in a run, right? That means they don't really have an idea where the ball's going. I will say this, though. One of those balls is a strike. Under 11.5, more than likely, yes. Yeah, Angels bats haven't been too bad. I really like some pieces. Neto, obviously Trout's been healthy for a month. That always helps. And everybody, Michael, I did say yes. I think they can keep it under 11.5. IIOA, or however you pronounce that one. Red Sox Nationals, 9.5. Max needs to retire. Why? There's a lot worse pitchers in the league than him. These guys are going to collect checks as long as they possibly can for a lot of them. So I don't know why you'd want to. I mean, he's better than. You can name 5 guys right now. He's better than. Basically, you can take the whole Rockies starting staff. He's better than all of them. Over 4.5 hits against the White Sox. Possibility there. Yeah. 4.5 seems low for a Colorado game. Fashion, thanks for joining. Anthony, thanks for joining. We are live on YouTube and TikTok, so feel free to hop on either one of those platforms. We're live there. Red Sox Nationals over under 9. I don't really like the total. If I had to play, probably to the overside. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Tigers, Mariners, Giants. I'm just not with you there on the Giants, but Logan Webb has not been spectacular. But I do like the Tigers today. I think they got enough. I do like the Mariners quite a bit today because Pittsburgh went back to what they normally are, which is a team that can't score as well. So, Vera, thanks for liking the live as always. Always appreciate you. Giants are always iffy. You can't trust their offense. Pitching can be a little bit of a question mark. And if they get in a bigger scoring game, I definitely, those 6-5, 8-6, 7-6 games, yeah, tough. Staying away from the run line, I don't blame you. Run line's not the easiest place on earth to be, right? Webb can be fun to watch, unless you're playing him and he's getting smoked, right? So, right? For the Tigers game. Then he strikes out 6, yep. Soler flies into a double play, and they get out of that mess only giving up 1 run. Amazing. There's been a couple of bases loaded, no outs or 1 outs, and only 1 run getting scored. Yep. Mets, Yanks, Nerfy. I'd probably play it the other way if I was going to play it, but Terrence, thanks for joining. Yeah, the Twins left him loaded with Buxton up even too. Jo Adell, big-time home run hitter, is a fly-out double. I mean, a double-play fly-out too, so. I'm sick. Hey, it's fun. I love watching them lose. Right? That's the best part about it. The only problem is like you sit there and go, well, they should win this game, they should win this game, and they still lose those. It's fun. If they lose the Rodon game in this series, it's trouble, right? I'm going to put a little on the Nerfy. Yeah. Dodgers got smoked yesterday. Understatement of the day. Worst home loss in franchise history. All right. And I think they get beat again today. So, yeah, I'm not a Yanks fan either. Like, all we ever, they've won 20, what are they at? 27 championships, for Christ's sake. Yeah. Yeah. Lit a candle and a prayer for him. Kevin, thanks for joining. A candle and a prayer. I like it. Susan, thanks for joining. Astros plus 1.5 is excellent value. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love the Mets. No, I don't. You want to talk about that team has – don't even get me started. They pitched so well at the start of the season. Now they're starting to come back to the pack pitching-wise, and the hitting still hasn't caught up. Yeah, Trout's slow. Absolutely. It is so frustrating to watch them, Vera. I feel bad for you. I really do. I like to have all that firepower and consistently can't score runs. Dogs. Oh, I love the A's today. A's, and A's. Right? Do you like the Tigers today, Zion? Yeah, I like them. Yeah, Tigers are a fantastic team. If they can figure out maybe one more pitcher and a stick and a right-handed stick, man, I think they got a chance to win the World Series this year. They are that good. It always helps to have a stud like Torkelson that can go twice or 3 times in a series. Yeah, no problem, James. No problem. Yeah, like I said, the A's are tremendous value for sure today. If Severino has a decent day at all, they've got a great chance. And they were even last night, the Giants were almost a $2 favorite. They were even bigger dogs in that one there. Let's see. Yeah, I love the Stros would be there as well today. They have a monster pitching matchup. I know it says Ohtani on the board, but he's only pitching 2 to 3 innings max. And the other one today would be the Orioles. If you're looking for some, wise ways, those are there. Sprinkle A's, Astros, O's. I like it, Nick. I honestly think that thing's got a great chance. So, no way Astros win today. Why would you say that? Because the Dodgers lost yesterday and they don't lose 2 at home. I've seen them get swept at home so far this season. Front 5 Padres money line. No such thing as a lock. I'd almost bank you that one would be a push. I can see that game definitely being 0-0 at 5. The way those two teams hit. The good news, you don't lose. I think the Phillies come out today and win that one. The stick showed up yesterday. It was just Luzardo one more time can't seem to get out of his own way. So after yesterday, Astros do anything. It's not necessarily I think the Astros offense is fantastic. I just like the pitching matchup better. The Dodgers have not been monster. They even played the White Sox and weren't scoring 10 runs today. Actually, the Cardinals to score 4 was their favorite of it. Or I'm sorry, 5 plus today was our favorite today. It's already off. We do like a lot of other things. The Astros to score 4 on theirs. Let's see. We really like the D-backs today. Perdomo, Eugenio Suarez. We like the Orioles today, Westberg and Sanchez. And I said we like the Stros today, Paredes and Altuve, and them to score 4 plus. So a lot of those are rated the same for us. So on that one. Cattell, I do not know if he's going to be in the lineup. I don't think they have the lineups yet, but we'll go take a look here for you. Lineup. Yes, it is out. Yeah, he is not in the lineup today. But Corbin Carroll is back. So Perdomo's been hot lately. We like Perdomo today. Eugenio Suarez has been a monster. Let's see. Somebody said something about a 4th. Shippy, thank you. I hope you had one as well. We were just trying to keep the dogs sedated for the most part, right? Blue Jays got a couple runners on. You might want to not say BJ's there, Vera. But I got you. Getting a rest day? Okay. Suarez for 6, Webb for 6. Webb's got a chance. Suarez, he's live. I don't love him, but yeah, I got you. Yeah, you got to watch out on that one. Guerrero single, George. What happened here? So Luke singles. Springer lines out. Guerrero singles. Bo Bichette should not be hitting 4th in anybody's lineup. But yeah, I do like the D-backs today, Brandon. Yep. Always keeps, yeah. Here's the thing with Buxton, not Chase. You're almost, if he does not do something in the first at bat, it's a hard one. You know what I mean? Him and Mookie Betts, in my opinion, I kind of play them the same. If they're not, they don't get something that first at bat, they get in trouble. Player Prop, what's up? Vera, thanks for joining. If you guys don't follow Player Prop already, make sure you give them a follow, especially if you guys are into fantasy football as well. We have a fantasy football show that we do that runs on, excuse me. We got runs for the Blue Jays. All right, where's that coming from? So we do that once fantasy football gets a little bit closer as well. I'll help you out with your drafts and week to week putting everything together. So that seems to be one of the most popular shows on here. Is 1,000 people will come on in 2 hours and ask you basically set their lineup. So, and then when we're wrong, they yell at us the next week. Font, thanks for joining. Who doesn't lead off anymore? Bo, he was leading off. Now they're, they used all their good bats yesterday. They don't have to score 18 today. I think 3 wins it personally. If they score 3 runs, Fromber in the bullpen keeps them under. So rough to root for after obliterating your Yanks. I got you. Anthony, what's going up? Mariners, Padres, Giants. Not in love with the Padres, but they probably win. Not in love with the Giants either. Yeah, you're on auto renewal, Vera. Yes, I do like the Mariners quite a bit. Anthony, thank you for coming on. Jays, yeah, they just scored. It's 1-1. Yeah, give me 2 best picks. Why don't you give me 1,000 likes, Alberto, and I'll give you 2 picks. I'm going to start. You know what? Everybody comes on here, give me. So I'm going to ask in return. Give me. All right, Mr. Bet, thanks for the follow as well. We are live on YouTube and there. Big weekend. And we got people asking about Tigers, Yankees. I do like both of them. Right? Hey, it's a little tit for tat, right? Let's see. The Mink, thanks for liking the live. Do like Yankees. I don't know about the total on that one. I like the Stros winning that game tonight, but, under with runners in scoring position. There you go. I don't think they got to score that much tonight. Like I said, honestly, I think it's 3-2 game. So, to be really honest, that's kind of where a 3-2, 3-1, kind of somewhere right around there is what we've had on that one for a day or so. But top of the 4th, by the way, Cardinals front 3 winner, first 3 innings. Yeah, you could do that as well. They had those last night. It is what it is. Anthony, thanks for liking the live. I give so much stuff away for free. It's giving me a few bucks or some likes or a gift on the TikTok live's not that difficult. So, yeah, still under. Yeah. Talzo, thanks for joining. All right, Nolan Gorman up for the Cardinals here, top of the 4th, still up 2-1. As the Cubs continue to struggle with Liberatore, anybody that's left-handed is Cubs kryptonite right now. So that continues to be the case today. Michael Busch did hit a home run after hitting 2 yesterday, though. And I was just complaining about him. He was hitting nothing but singles. And people don't know how to contribute. Like, I don't know how anything TT works. Team total? Is that what you're talking about, James? Tall, Slame. What happened to the Dodgers yesterday? They couldn't get an out. That was a big thing. All right. Nolan Gorman, home run. 3-1, Cardinals. Thank you, Mr. Flexen. Do like the Diamondbacks today. At the 4 o'clock Eastern slate, lean to the Nats, like the Phillies, love the D-backs, love the Orioles, Yankees slightly there, brouhahas, and that slate. I've been all right. How about yourself? Guess we should have came on yesterday, but, man, yesterday was the day would never end because there's a game every 2 hours in the morning, so couldn't ever get off, right? So get off the show. Yeah. The Yankees are okay. They're not a World Series contender the way they currently sit, but they're okay. They're good enough to make the playoffs. That's better than some. Better than the Royals. Right? So they're just not, they're not the big bad Yankees we've seen in years previously is all. But they're good enough to make the playoffs. I expect them to try to make some moves. So Boone's not the problem, James. So Boone's an excellent manager. I'd tell you this much. He'd have moved Ian Happ out of the one hole a long time ago. So he's taking a beating because what are they going to complain about? Aaron Judge, Stanton, Volpe, their whole damn pitching staff. I mean, what are they going to complain about? I mean, they got to complain about him. Brewers game has an excellent chance to go 9+ runs. Yes. Cole, thanks for joining. Favorite over? Let me take a look here at the rest of the schedule. That one might play. Baltimore, Atlanta might have a chance today as well. Phillies to score. Yeah, I like the team total. New Yorkers complain. The whole society's turned into a bunch of complainers. You got to see the Discord channel. It's a bunch of complaints. And when they win, it's barely anything, right? What's up, PSM? It's our nature, our society. We got to change. We got to change the way we think, just a little bit. Be good for the good stuff, right? Leads the league in runners in scoring position. I wouldn't shock me. What's up, PSM? Anthony Hamilton, thanks for liking the live as well. Appreciate you. Trucking with Johnny, what's good? It normally seems to be the youngsters complaining. Yes, Tony. Us old farts, right? Yeah. I don't know if they're a troll, but they tend to be, or under 19, but they tend to be a youngster. Yeah. Life's pretty solid for some of them, right? I don't know. Casper must have to work or something. I mean, it's part of it. Like, you're going to lose quite, I'll be honest with you. Like, if we hit our bigger plays of the day, I really don't care if I lose the rest because I know we're going to be positive at the end of the day. It's just the way it goes. So, max 1, 2, 3 inning with strikeouts. No shocker there after walking a run in, right? And you just said he should retire, and he just struck out the side? Come on now. Kobe for the win. What's going on? Demick, thank you. We're all above ground. We're all breathing. Life's pretty good. All right. Well, looks like we got the third out here with Brendan Donovan. 3-1 still Cardinals. Here, going to the bottom of the fourth. Gotta like the 40-year-olds and go out there and do it. I mean, Verlander's still getting paid a lot of money, and he has 0 wins for the season. Rays get a run. Tampa Bay 2-1. Josh Lowe doubles after Aranda hits a double. So 2 doubles equals a run. 2-1 Rays. What is the best way? Let's see. I missed the question here. Yeah, he's just not dumb. He used to be as a Tiger. Well, no, Cedar Point. He's also 20 years older. Come on now. So not everybody can be LeBron where they're 40 years old and still be one of the best players in the league. So, Jay's kind of, it's never wise to limit yourself to one area. So I would say a mixture, right? And I wouldn't do parlays either, but I understand nobody gets excited. They've got $20 bankroll. What's up? Somebody's just asking you about you, Casper. There you are. Taylor, thanks for joining. I understand it's no fun to bet $4 to win 3 or 5 to win 4. But long term, I've got a much better chance to get you to a bigger bankroll than I would with the lotto chance on those. But you think the Giants can find their offense tonight against the A's? Probably not. Plus 480 for that bid attendee. All right. Casper is working on a Saturday. Good man. Just listening in. put the AirPod in, keep working, $1 every day. I mean, you know what? If you don't have a big enough bankroll, hell, bet 50 cents. If you can stay away from the parlay, I promise you, I can do something. So, I mean, you know what I mean? We can get positive. So, I don't know either, Cedar Point fan. Maybe they're just trying something out, bro. JZYS Cuts, thanks for liking the live. I can't even hardly pronounce that. Dodgers, don't like him tonight. Like Fromber. Valdez has pitched well. Expect him to continue it. And, you know, the Dodgers necessarily aren't monsters against left-handers either. So, everybody loves Acuna every day, and most days he disappoints. But, okay. He didn't do much yesterday. James Wood, I always like Wood. He's always worth a sprinkle, right? Leaning Padres. It's tough to get behind them, James, but they should, right? Vera, thanks for liking the live. Inconsistent is a word. You know, normally I'd use a couple worse words, but since we're on live here, that's probably pretty solid, right? Red Sox game, best over. Good chance in that one, I think. Am I going to be on the Mets game? I'm not staying on until like 10 o'clock tonight or something, you crazy fool. You know, I talked about this to somebody else, Vera. We thought about doing 8 hours yesterday, and then I was like, holy shit, what am I, stupid? What's up, Trust? How are you? Vivides, thanks for joining. Black is Creep, and didn't feel that well, so on that one. But so if you're looking at the 4 o'clock Eastern games, would lean the Nationals, like the Phillies quite a bit, love the D-backs, love the Orioles, Yankees a little bit, Milwaukee, last part of that. They play in 30 minutes. Oh, okay. Well, I'll probably be on for that. You always want me to stay on like 12 hours or something. Hurting early. Yankees first 5 should be. I agree. Like Orioles over Braves, yes. I'll take my chances. It's a roll of the dice a little bit with Kremer on the mound, but yes. Strikeouts in the Philly game. I think Cincinnati can still hit the ball. So I just think that your better chance might be over in that Cincy Philly game too, if you're looking at something. Todd, what's up? Online, what's going on? Stu Gotts, thanks for joining. Yankees and D-backs, like them both. Cubs coming back. I wouldn't play it, but they do have a runner on second. I do not like them against left-handed starting pitchers. Michael Busch is the only guy doing anything, a homer and a double for Busch. First basket for Kelsey. All right. Yeah, no Caitlin Clark again tonight. You're good with 2 homers, bro? 2 hours, right? I got you. We thought about doing an 8-hour. One of these days for you, Vera, I think we're going to have to do a 24-hour live show. See if I can keep you up for the whole 24, right? So here's Scott going to the shower. Here's Scott looking at baseball. Here's Scott looking at Formula One. Here's Scott doing this. Cubs, don't like them today. Do like the Blue Jays quite a bit. Cubs starter leaving soon. Okay. I like the bullpen for the Cardinals. It's one of the few in the league that I like. Liberatore's only at 65 pitches. You're probably going to see him this in the 5th. Yep. Yeah, yesterday we just weren't feeling that hot, so we stayed off yesterday. Yeah, Houston, LA game, like the Astros. We do a bunch of NFL. We do a bunch of college football. College football is probably our favorite one. Here's Scott making a baby, right? There you go. Yeah. We're on bunch during the football season, basketball season as well. No problem, IG. Thank you for coming on from the Philippines. Yep. Yeah, Nico Horner walked. Yeah. Cedar Point's like anxious with every hitter. So, right? Tweet. Yeah, I've never made that, but I've never played one of those, but okay. Right? Like the Cubs to come back. All right. And you should. Liberatore just threw wild pitch. Now second and third. Everybody acts like the Cardinals can't score anymore either. They have the Cubs bullpen for the whole game. So be prepared. Tampa Bay still have 2-1. Angels and Toronto tied at 1 going to the third. And we're watching the Cubs-Cardinals. Cubs down 3-1 here in the fourth. Cedar Point's just a little too invested. It's okay. Things happen. It's a baseball game. You're seeing a lot of back and forth, especially over the last few days, and everybody's going nuts. So, yeah, no problem, James. I can reply to most of them. Some of you I can't, but live plays, like those quite a bit, especially on teams we think are going to win the game to get down early. It's our favorite way to get out on those. And it's not necessarily the big plus money line. It's more of the run line for us. But Tigers, White Sox, Mets. I don't like the Sox today. Mets don't really like. I do like the Tigers, Glenn. So, yeah, you got the show. If you want more in-depth stuff, check us out on YouTube, Sports Bets for free as well. You have 2+ home runs. Okay. Colorado all the way. Yeah, I kind of like Herman Marquez pitching. He's pitched well lately, so that's why we'll stick with them. White Sox on the road or Dodgers, not for us today, but I understand why people like them. We're just not going to play him. And that guy looks like he's out at home. Yep. All right, he runs into an out. Great job by the Cubs there. They should have just sat. Tigers money line, do like him with Casey Mize going today. Cleveland has been god-awful. Yep. Cameron, thanks for joining the show. Matt Shaw does get on, but run a home out. Faded DGO, Washington. Thanks for coming on, bro. SRT, 8, thanks for coming. Washington over's got a good possibility there with Boston. Yep, I can see that. Yeah, there's really good chance in that one for that one to go over, for sure. Excellent chance. We are live on a couple platforms as well. We're on YouTube Live and TikTok Live both, so feel free to jump on either one. Like the Mariners today as well. It's hard not to like the Mariners when they're going against when they're playing those. The Pirates are back to normal. Padres money line easy. I don't think so, but they should win. I think though, but I don't. Their games are never easy. They're one of the more frustrating teams out there. The Mets might be a little higher on the frustration scale, but they're close. Fourth was good. Hopefully yours are as well. Inter Miami. Soccer team, no. We did hit the little leg yesterday. It got both soccer games right yesterday. Padres money line, maybe. I'm not in love with it, but NASCAR, no, Nick. The only racing we're going to do is going to be Formula One. I will say this. That's pretty cool, though, how they get the city down. Padres, yeah, good possibility. I would not play Suarez for over 18.5 outs. How many times does he go 6 1/3? You know, that's an excellent question. That's an excellent question I just asked myself. Yeah, no Caitlin Clark again today. Keep that in mind. I didn't play anything WNBA today, but Logan went for 6 Ks. The A's offense is not the easiest one on God's green earth to strike out. So, yeah, it's live. I mean, from what I hear, it's well worth the race. Rangers, Suarez, let's go game logs. So let's see. We'll start back with June here. He went 7, 7 2/3, 7, 7, 7. He had a good month. 6, 6, 6 2/3. 7, 3 2/3. Those games all on the road. Thank you for the hats as well, DGO. Yeah, check out the YouTube channel. Definitely got a lot more stuff on it for sure. As TikTok limits us on time and everything else. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want to play Suarez today. Anybody to play, let me put it this way. Anytime you get over 17.5 outs, I'm really going to question those. But people like it because it's plus money today. Cubs do get on the board 3-2 now. Ian Happ grounds out. Excellent job by Ian Happ grounding out with runners in scoring position, 1 out. Way to go, buddy. Excellent job. 1 end run under. Is that earn run? I don't know I don't know what you're trying to get at there. Judge goes deep. Always a chance for him, right? I was thinking Dodgers tonight. I don't like him against Framber Valdez, but Pirates -7. 7 what? Stillers, thanks for joining. I love the incomplete questions. Can the Mets win? Well, sure, any baseball team can win any game. Do I like them to win? No. Diaz for a hit. He's not as good as he was last year, but he can get one for sure. Best 2 money lines. Detroit. Since the Rays have already started, can't play that one. By the way, the 3-2 Cardinals still got the lead going to the 5th. What's up, user? How are you? Tough Dog, thanks for joining. Do like the Diamondbacks quite a bit as well. Seattle, I think, would have to be a favorite to win that one as well. One of the favorite ones we like today. Yankees, it is Yankees. First inning runs under. Oh, so no run first inning. Man. People have been swinging the bats pretty well. You got a decent chance in Cleveland, Detroit, because Cleveland can't score. Period. Dodgers and Stros. Probably a pretty good chance there. Mets, Yankees. I don't like the lefty-lefty matchup there with Soto Rodon, but, maybe he's got a chance later in the game. Christian, thanks for joining. All right, we got Wynn, Contreras, and Burleson up for the Cardinals next. Rays another run, 4-1 as they continue to pile it on here a little bit, piece by piece. Junior Caminero, sacrifice fly. Brandon Lowe gets into the hit column. And he's been really good this season. Let's see. Diaz hit a sacrifice fly before that. Simpson and Jansen both had singles. They continue to add it on. Giants over A's. I actually like the other side there, Glenn. I think there's a ton of value on the A's tonight. You don't know the game, bro. Who's this? Why don't I know the game, bro? First of all, I'm not your bro, so please come to me with a little bit of respect. And secondly, why don't I know the game? Dodger Juice is here. Rock, thanks for joining. Come on, user. If you want to talk smack, be able to back it up, please. I hate people like that. I just can't stand it. Like, if you want to talk smack, then come on here and do it in. Like, be able to back up a point one time in your freaking life. It's all right. All right, you had plenty of time to respond, so obviously that's not going to happen. Kirk, what's going on? All right. And let's see. Bye, bro. Everybody say bye to that fool. There we go. I like, one of my favorite things. All right. Take a drink, brother, right? I already did. I did now. You went ahead and got him too? All right. Brewers money line. Yeah. Gotta like the Brewers, period, but I definitely got the pitching matchup, but I hear you. People that can't, you want to come on and talk trash, I'm fine with that, but be able to back it up for a second rather than you don't know nothing. I must have missed your show. Let's see. Yeah, Jens Lynn, thanks for joining. So, is what it is. All right. Cardinals still have 3-2. Anthony, thank you. Max got the bases loaded again. It's the story of who gets the bases loaded more. It's all by walks. I mean, look at what Trout and walk. I mean, it's all walks. It's been walk, walk, walk. He walked in the one run for him as well. He's having a hard time locating any pitches, man. It happens. Even to the guys that are 40, right? Tampa Bay 4-1, Cardinals 3-2. We got a 1-1 Angels and Blue Jays game, bases loaded, 1 out. Mets game over. Rodon's been keeping it somewhat down, but that bullpen for the Yankees scares me, or it could be there. U2 Dodgers. What's for dinner? Whatever the young lady puts together. Hamburgers and homemade potato salad is what I've gotten told there, Vera. Is it tomahawks at your house? Tracy's going to come out there all by herself. Why was I blocked on my other account? I didn't block you, Tyler. So, dude, thank you. Pick of the day was actually Cardinals to score 5, but I've got a few of them all rated about the same, right? So Westberg over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. Same for Sanchez. Astros to score 4+. Paredes and Altuve both over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And 5. They're all rated the same for us. Boiling crawfish sounds excellent. Soldier Solutions, what's going on? Vera has time. He's always got something ridiculous, right? People calling us during a live show. They lost their mind. And if you don't keep up your payments and I message you, you do get kicked from the Discord. Sorry, folks, it's not free. We are running some sort of a business here. Right? I apologize. David, thanks for joining. Currently, right now, it is $50 per month on that one there. Everybody that got in before July 1st was grandfathered in at the price as long as they stayed paid active. So you need to keep, you know what I mean? It's not that expensive, folks. James, $50 per month. I got to finish up the WAP thing. But, yeah, I mean, 50's cheap. And it was a lot cheaper before that, but trust me, I've been on multiple Discords over the last few months, and what we do compared to what they do, it's freaking ridiculous. So you can join some other places. You get like 2 picks. We're going to give you 60. So yeah. Sometimes there's some cappers out there. I've got some guys that would pay $1,000 a month, so 50 seems pretty reasonable, right? Yeah, but the Discord's too much. It's not only just about picks, right? So there's a lot of other stuff going on there. You're getting a little bit of education. Eventually, you're not going to need me no more, right? And Jim, thanks for joining. That's the kind of way I look at it. I don't want you to be on there for 5 years, right? So I don't want you to be. I want you to learn and be able, after a few years, you know, a couple of seasons of everything, then go do it by yourself, right? Or start your own. Always train in the next one. So that's the way I kind of look at that. So I don't want you to be on there forever, right? Cash you out, right? We got people that don't get on, but they send tips. But we do give out, like I said, we give out a bunch of free info as well. Try to help people out. The big thing with the Discord is you get everything early, all that. So, DJ, what's going on? Still 3-2 Cubs, bottom, or 3-2 Cards, bottom 5. Liberatore in for probably his last inning, and then we're going to see how that bullpen is. Not Moraga, what's up? How's Vegas today, by the way? That's what I want to know. Tampa Bay still up 4-1. Angels only got 1 out of that, 2-1 after the base is loaded again. Line value is during baseball season, it's the juice, right? The big thing is, like, when you get to football, all of a sudden it's points now. But baseball is definitely about line value. So minus 110 to 150. So far, Kaylee, so far. Game's not near over, right? I do like the Phillies. Tony, what's going on? How are you? I do like the Phillies to get this win today. I think Suarez has a good game. 6 innings, couple runs, 5 to 7 strikeouts. But the Phillies bats are going to have to score. They're at home. They're normally a good home team. Yesterday was a little bit embarrassing, but it happens, right? So it already hit. All right. All right, Crow Armstrong up. Once PCA figures out how to hit left-handers, he's going to have a real chance, I think, to be a consistent MVP in this league for sure. And once he figures out, that's his biggest weakness right now is hitting lefties. So Vera is back. What's going on, Vera? He's about ready for his Mets to take off here. They got game 1, crazily enough. Needs Skubal? Yeah, I know. I don't even know. Is he starting tomorrow? He should be ready for tomorrow, I think. He hasn't pitched since last Sunday. Tigers to win, yes. Mariners, yes. I like the Rockies to win, users, so I'm with you. Darius Skilla, thanks for joining. And the Cubs are out of the 5th, so that's another winner. Ding, 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 ding. Cardinals, money line, first 5 innings. Take care of that one as well. So they cash first 3 and first 5. As we go to the 6th, 3-2 Cardinals. Need another pitcher? Yes. It's like Picasso. Like, if you watch the Japanese league, those guys normally have a day that they pitch. Like, you know what I mean? So Ohtani pitched like once a week. Kokonowitz, he's kept it to 1 run here so far through 2 innings. That's about what he averages, right? Michael, thanks for joining. Glenn, thanks for the follow as well. If you follow us on TikTok and you like baseball at all, I promise you're going to get a little bit more out of the in-depth show on YouTube. Watch us on both. It's a little faster on TikTok, but we get a little bit more in-depth on the YouTube side due to some limitations. So check us out on both. Well worth your time. I'm not going to sit there and bore you to tears for 2 hours on a show or something. Normally they're half hour at most on TikTok, and to try to keep it under 10 minutes on, half hour on YouTube and TikTok, try to keep it under 10 minutes if we can. So Paul, thanks for joining. Juan, thanks for joining. So 2 different shows. It's not the same show. Like I said, just a lot more in depth there. Yeah, we got that 4 o'clock Eastern window about to blow up, right? How about the Royals yesterday? Unbelievable. They scored runs. Against the left-hander. Bobby Witt looking like the Bobby Witt of last year. Couple times here lately. Hasn't done it every day like he was last year, but a couple times a week we're seeing it. He's striking out a lot more than what we anticipated, though. So, Jay May, thanks for coming on. We're still nowhere near as popular as the pizza guy that comes on here and just throws pizzas in the air for 12 hours a day. But, hey, we're getting close. Yeah, the home run slide, yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. Saw the highlight of that, but, yeah. Bellarine, thanks for joining. Bella, thanks for coming on. I think the same person there. Sorry about that. All right, so we're still 2-1. Runner on first, nobody out for the Blue Jays are down a run. 3-2 Cardinals, 4-1 Rays. And we've got a Red Sox Nationals game coming up. And we got a TikTok has to make sure we're human. So we'll take care of that. Ski, what's going on? How are you? George Springer. Blue Jays take a 3-2 lead on a George Springer home run after the Nathan Luke's walk. 3-2 Blue Jays. In the game of back and forth, Angels had a lead. Toronto tied it up. Angels take the lead. Toronto takes the lead. That's what you call – that's a fun baseball game right there. Ken Wood, thanks for joining. Philly, Cincy, Nerfy, could be. Yeah, Springer's had a really good 10 days, right? He had the 7 RBI game. Yep. I don't know. Yeah, I like the Phillies to get there. Newbar does line out, so one quick out. Well, that thing was relatively deep in center. Royals game. Yeah, good possibility there too. I think Walker's going to give up 3. The question is when's he going to give them up? So, JRZZA, thanks for joining. I'm not normally a monster believer in the first inning plays, but they are fun. I like the Brouhahas today. The pitching matchup definitely favors them. That offense has the ability to score 5 runs too, which is always big, right? Tonight's games, we can go right now if you want. Yeah, like the Phillies. We love the Diamondbacks. Love the Orioles. Like the Yankees. Like the Brewers. Love the Tigers. Love the Stros. Like the Rockies. Wish I didn't have an option, but I'll say San Diego. Love the A's and the Mariners. Think Alonso has a big game today? I don't like the Braves today. Kremer's pitched okay. So, and after watching the Braves offense again yesterday, it's just gives you more belief that they have no clue in the batter's box what the hell they're supposed to do. Besides, everybody's trying to hit a home run. Monkey, thanks for joining. The 2 runs they scored were on the home run. They had they had runners on base all over the place, and all they did was strike out and pop up. Nationals Red Sox has a great chance to go over to get 10-plus runs. Guerrero's going to get on base. Looks like he's got a single. So another base runner here for the Blue Jays. Is they're up 3-2 now. Mike Costa, thanks for liking the live. Appreciate it. Give you a sure thing. The ATM charges a fee. There's no such thing as a sure thing. None of that. I love the Diamondbacks, though, in this next game coming up. So the ATM does charge a fee. That's a sure thing. Right? Not your ATM? Well, congratulations. That's awesome. I'm going to take a look here, though. Curious to see what this I still might play the Cardinals minus. We already got a 1.5 play, but I like that plus 190-ish. Nationals front 5. Yeah, I don't like Buehler today. Buehler, all he ever does is give up 5 runs. I don't know how the Red Sox are favored in that thing, but Brouhahas. With Patrick on the mound versus Quantrill, here's your problem with the 1.5, Mike. They're only $1.30, $1.40 favorite. That, like, if you're getting the run line at plus 115 to 120, that is no value whatsoever. That should be 130 to 140. So I don't like actually the 1.5 there. I don't think you're getting any value for it. I think your better value is actually money line, but than to win by 2. Freds, thanks for joining. The Nats money line was so free. Nick, you always talk like that. Like, come on, there is no free in this thing. Barger for 3+. Right? Rowdy Rhymes is here, Sopertor. Nick, you're very intelligent. Nothing free in this world. You know that. Come on now. Bo Bichette with the hit. So 2 on, nobody out. Mets get blown out today. I don't know if there's going to be a blowout in that series, but I'm sure there's opportunity. Sure. So Cardinals get nothing. They're in the top of the 6th, going the bottom of the 6th. The only problem is Michael Busch is coming up in the bottom of the 6th. He's had a homer and a double already, but 3-2 Cardinals in that one. Tampa Bay still 4-1. Toronto's trying to add more here. Thank you, Super Tour. We're feeling all right today. Not our best day on earth, but we're feeling better than we did yesterday. Mets-Yankees game. So you assume the Yanks are going to score a bunch, right? Yeah, 3-2 Toronto. Yeah, the only thing I'd be really looking there is 12.5. Rudesy, thanks for joining. Toronto's minus 560. Montes, when does he ever strike out anybody? Diamondbacks today? Actually, Ryan Nelson's pitched really well. Waka for the Royals has been a consistent 3 to 4 run machine as well. So Diamondbacks being at home, I think they get it done today. Right, there you go, Ken. This TikTok, this live show's free, right? Even though you can throw some likes, throw some comments, shares, gifts, all that stuff. Was always appreciative. Let's see what else we got cooking here. Mets sweep? Okay. That's what you feel. That's what you feel, right? Cloud, thanks for the following. I think the young lady said hamburgers. I'm in on that. She told me hot dogs yesterday. They never showed up, but hamburgers today. It's the 4th weekend. All grilled items. Yanks win today. If they're going to win a game in this series, which we expect they will, we expect it to be today. Barger is out for the Blue Jays. Then when eating steak, there you go. Barger pops out. Barger today, 1 for 1? I'm sorry, 1 for 2 now with a single and an RBI. Pedro, thanks. Nick, thanks for liking the live. User, thanks for liking the live. Telling me? What are you telling me, Super Tour? Are you telling me the Rays are about to score again? 5-1 on a sacrifice double play. Tampa Bay with the lead. Craig Lindor. Chandler Simpson is the one guy on earth that can make a bunt like stupid exciting with it. The guy that's so fast. You need to watch the video of you, Vera. Chandler Simpson, the fastest guy in the Major League Baseball, but one of the dumbest base runners. Oh, my God, is he dumb on the bases. Do I think the Cubs can win? We were on the Cardinals before the game started, but they just hit they're into the bullpen now. Things are possible, but I didn't like it. Didn't like it today, put it to you that way. Eugenio Suarez and Jordan Westberg today. Tater salad, there you go. James Woods, always an excellent opportunity. Michael Busch with another hit. 1st and 3rd. Michael Busch had a monster day yesterday. Backs it up with a 3-for-3 day today with a homer, double, and a single. Over on Dodgers Astros, I don't think so. I think there's not a lot of runs in that one. 3-2, 3-1 game. Corn States Cards, thanks for joining. Blick, thanks for joining. Daniel, thanks for joining. It's normally hard to say sometimes the low-scoring Dodgers game, but Cubs game going over 12? No, I don't think so. 5-4, 6-4. Red Sox, not today. Nationals would lean that way, but and we're getting started, and an error already by the Nats puts leadoff runner on, nobody out. Cardinals figuring out a way to give this things up. Giants and A's under 9.5. Not my favorite line on earth, JRZZ, but I think the A's are going to score and the Giants don't. But scoring in this game might be 5-2, 5-3. Who's going to come and start in his place is the only question, Magatron. So they don't really have a lot of options that I'm aware of. Mark, thanks for joining. The problem is there's not enough pitching in the league. So that's it seems to be the issue. That's why Buehler hasn't got put in the bullpen. That's why guys like Max Scherzer at 40-plus years old are still starting, right? Dane, thanks for joining. The pitching talent is Kershaw's back. And, Kershaw looks like decent, but he's definitely not what he was like 5 years ago, right? So congratulations to Kershaw, by the way, for 3,000 strikeouts. We are live on a couple platforms, YouTube and TikTok Live both. Kev, what's up, my man? By the way, for you guys, the next UFC is next week. We will have Kev on to go through all the UFC stuff. Nothing for today. This fight night was pretty stupid, but Pookie, thanks for the follow. JB, thanks for the follow and liking the live. But Kev will be on with us for some UFC action. So make sure you give Kev a follow as well. He does some pretty solid stuff there with UFC. So let's see. Horner's still in a 1-2 count, and all of a sudden we blanked out. Second and third now. You think they walk Horner to get to Shaw here with nobody out? What is up with the wild pitches lately? So, yeah, Boston up 1-0 early. Nationals games are normally pretty fun, right? You get some back and forth in those as well. So, then you normally get some bigger scoring games. KN, thanks for joining. Benny, thanks for joining. All right, what are they going to do with Nico here? 3-2 or 2-2? 2-2 count. MLB is a little bit behind pitch by pitch here. This is a little nuts. KM, thanks for coming on. Big on the Nats today. I like him as well, but I figured they were going to have to score 6 to win. So, it's still looking like that, right? You love your Soto, don't you, Vera? Just determined that $765 million contract is going to pay off. Pirates, Mariners, love the Mariners in that spot. Castillo, I think, pitches just fine. They get a big dub. Nationals first 5. Like I said, they're going to have to get on the board. Buehler's normally been pretty solid about giving up 4 runs in the first couple innings. Does that drop in? It did. Nico Horner with the bloop single, tied game here between the Cards and the Cubs. 2-0 now, Boston. All right, Ref Snyder. I love refs. I wish Ref Snyder was on the Cubs. They could use a left-handed pitching that smashes it here. So he doubles. 2-0. By the way, no scoring for Cincinnati in the top of the first. No TJ Friedel, my bad. McLean lines out. Espinal walks. De La Cruz flies out. Austin Hayes flies out. Nothing doing there. Kansas City and Arizona is underway. Jonathan India does what Jonathan India does best, and that's get out on his first at-bat. S. Dot, thanks for joining. Baltimore, Atlanta getting started as well. I guess. No, they're underway. Jackson Holiday's up. And last name pitcher Bummer. Astros, Dodgers. Do like the Astros in that one. Love Framber Valdez tonight. He's finally becoming more consistent, which is fantastic to watch. Bleacher Bum, thanks for joining. Grisham grounds out to start off that game. Sal Frelick strikes out to start off the Brewers game. Lefty on the road. Yeah, I do like the Orioles plus the 1.5. Yes. Bobby Witt strikes out against Ryan Nelson. Pasquantino, by the way, had a monster day yesterday for the Royals. Chamber, yes. Hits, runs, RBIs in the Astros game, yes. Altuve and Paredes both. Like both of those. Do you think the Nationals will get 5 runs? Yes. No problem, unknown. Snowbally, thanks for joining. All right, Cubs did tie it up 3-3. Somehow they still have Leahy in this game for the Cardinals, as he hasn't even gotten an out yet and nothing but base runners. Okay. Interesting choice here by the Cardinals manager. Toronto to lose the lead as well. Let's see if they'll let me go back to the stupid game here. No, MLB doing typical MLB things. Let me click right over to the game I want. Do like the Tigers to win today. Tampa Bay still up 5-1. Yeah, Cubs take the lead 4-3. The beautiful part of that game is we still got the Cubs bullpen for 3 more innings for the Cardinals to get some hits and runs. 4-3 on a wild pitch. That's his second wild pitch of the inning. And then Matt Shaw grounds out. Wow. There's more wild pitches than anything I've ever seen. The Cubs did not lucky to get that run for sure. Steve Matson, they should have put left-hander in to begin with. All right, the Royals don't score in the top of the first. So going to the bottom, it's zeros. Dan Dreedy's son, thanks for joining. Mike, thanks for joining. Jordan Westburg gets hit by a pitch after Holiday strikes out. So now Gunnar Henderson. Do you like Semien today? He's been playing. He's been hitting the ball well. So, I mean, he's probably not a bad play there. It's not like the Padres have their best starter going. Kolick's on the mound, so chance there. Hog Wild, thanks for the follow. If you don't follow us already, YouTube is probably if you want a little bit more in depth. We do go a little faster there on, all the wild pitches. It's nuts. If you want to live more in depth, please watch the YouTube show at Sports Best for free. If you want the quicker show, you can run through us with it on TikTok here as well. Gunnar Henderson strikes out. So now it's Laureano. I don't understand Henderson hitting in the 3-hole against a left-hander. Why wasn't – I'm surprised Laureano wasn't up there, but Mets bottom first. Still at zeros. Tampa Bay still up 5-1. Pistol Pete, thanks for joining. Man, I tell you, that sun's starting to really bust in here, isn't it? All right. Here, we'll try to move this over a little bit. Sorry, we're moving the screen, trying to get the sun out of the way here for you guys. My apologies about that. Jays hold on to the lead. I like Lease better, Big Sexy. That's a good call. I like it. The Lease was better, right? Monarcha, thanks for joining. Boone, thanks for joining. Red Sox still got runners on everywhere, first and third. It's good news for them. If you want to, always available, TJ. I like the Cards to figure out something. They've got 3 more innings against that bullpen of the Cubs, which is no good. And Palencia, I don't think we've seen him yet. He's always good for a run. He'll throw 2 wild pitches to get you there. Stroh's in the under. I like it. Fly Doc, thanks for joining. And Philly's got a runner at second, I believe, here. Let's see if we can flip over there without – let's see. Trey Turner with a double. And then in typical fashion, fly out, doesn't advance the runner, strikeout by Harper. Alec Bohm, chance to drive somebody home. Leo, thanks for joining. And nothing changing there. And Baltimore did not score top of the first, going bottom 1 at zeros. Still bottom 1 in Miami, still at zeros. Cubs done, came some superheroes. Yeah, called wild pitches, scored 2 runs. Tatis, I mean, if you've only got to get to 2 unknown, always a chance. Mets lead off double. Look at you. Veer is just all excited. you're going to get a Mets score. It's going to ruin your Nerfy, but you'll be happy the Mets scored, right? One of those type of deals. Dude, thanks for liking the live. All right. Corbin Carroll's out. All right. Pops out. Perdomo, who we were big on today. Let's see if Perdomo can get anything done. He's like 3 for 4 lifetime against Waka. MLB has got some serious issues going on. The slowness, the sports books, and then also MLB this last week have been god awful. I don't know what they're doing, if they're trying to do updates and the updates aren't working or what is going on, but they have been horrible. My Twins get on the board 5-2. Cardinals still can't get out of the sixth here. It's still 4-3. Now they get out finally with Kyle Tucker. Okay, over there. I'm trying to flip back games, James, and it's god awful. I'm not a big guy on the Mets today, but all of those seem feasible. The Mets could keep it close. Bohm walks the first and second. I'm telling you, it won't even let me switch games. That's behind already. Lawrence Butler, I think he's got a great chance tonight to score a run, get a hit. Big Sexy, thank you. All right. Red Sox are still up 2-0. Starling Marte leading the game off with a double. Yeah, Boston's finally done in the first. We might have started watching the game on FanDuel or something. This is stupid. Yeah, there's still, 5-2? Rockies versus White Sox. I like the Rocks at home. Is it 5-5 now? They hit a home run? That Rays bullpen lately, man, has been, ugh. What are they doing over there? Lindor walked. A lot of action going on. You guys are keeping it. You guys are able to see all of it much faster than what I can here. Phillies -1.5 live. Well, I liked them to win by 2 before the game started. So, Roger Clemens kid, 3-run bomb. Joe Kelly, by the way, needs to find a new job. Really? Tracy? Really? Okay. Love you too. All right. What? All right. I'll get off. Obviously, it's causing a problem. Leo, thanks for joining. And Cubs and Cardinals. What did the Cubs have the bases loaded now? What are we doing here? Pete Crow Armstrong after the walk. 2 more walks. What? Throw the ball over the plate. How freaking hard is it? Crow Armstrong strikes out, going to the 7th, 4-3 Cubs. Appreciate that, YN Jermaine. Yeah. Batter props for the Troy game. Nothing I love in that one, to be really honest. So, nothing I really love. Against the left-handers, a little bit more difficult for them. Maybe Gleyber Torres, but I don't love a lot. Maybe Torkelson, but, you know. Carr shouldn't have gave anything up in that inning to begin with. If it wasn't for 2 wild pitches and 3 walks, the Cubs don't score. So that was all on the pitching there. That was god-awful. So that was just god-freaking awful is what that was. No, it's just I've seen more wild pitches in the last week than I've seen maybe in a month. I do like the Phillies to get that win. Atlanta scores 2 in the bottom of the first, of course. Why wouldn't they? Austin Riley with the home run yesterday or today. Matt Olson with a double. Yesterday, Matt Olson had probably 5 runners on for his at-bats and couldn't do squadoosh. Couldn't even hit the ball out of the infield today at double. Shocker, right? Magnum, thanks for joining Big Sexy. Thanks for liking the live. As the Braves continue to be maybe the most inconsistent team with a bunch of stars in baseball. Jimmy Vegas, what's up? No scoring by the Diamondbacks either in the first, so we're going to the second at zeros. Profar grounds out. Mets got the bases loaded. Drake Baldwin up for the Braves. Pete Alonso at the walk after Soto. By the way, the $765 million man with 2 runners on, sacrifice bunt. Seriously? $765 million you just paid for a sacrifice bunt. Who the hell called that? Rays are the Twins. I still like the Rays. Liked them before the game started. Joe Kelly continues to give up fucking excuse my French, run after run after run. It's ridiculous. Nationals game over 8. Yeah, I think you're going to get there by the 5th inning, personally. $765 million sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Who made that call needs to be fired immediately. And if Soto did it himself, he should be suspended without pay. That is absolutely god-awful ridiculous. What's up, Marcus? Well, I'm trying to figure out what stupid baseball coaches or baseball players are doing currently. Otherwise, the day was going fine. But what? If you're a Mets fan, if you're a baseball fan in general and just witness this, Rowdy, what's going on? Arctic Tiger, thanks for coming on. Marks, thanks for the lightning bolt gifts. $765 million sacrifice bunt in the first inning. I don't care if Nimmo hits the grand slam there or not. Congratulations to the Mets. I don't care. Nimmo did. That's 2 days in a row Nimmo's hit a grand slam, or is it 2 out of the last 3? I don't care. Like $765 million sacrifice bunt in the first. That is unforgivable. I don't care if he grounds out into a double play. Brandon Nimmo for the 5th time hit the grand slam. Did you hear that? Brandon Nimmo hit the grand slam. Brandon Nimmo. You guys asked the question like 6 times and I answered it. So who sack bunted? Juan Soto. Oh my God. That is the most insane shit I think I've ever seen in a baseball game. That's what you paid for there, Vera. Congratulations. Steve Cohen should be calling everybody on God's green earth in that organization to see who he's going to fire first. I mean, that is just the stupidest crap I might have ever seen. All right, Brendan Donovan up for the Cards. They're down 4-3 because of their unreal pitching staff. Donovan with the second hit of the game. That is making Soto a team player. You don't sacrifice bunt in the first inning, period, anyway. That's beyond stupid in a 0-0 game. You could have, let's say it was your worst player. You still don't sacrifice bunt him there. Ugh. By the way, the Royals didn't score again in the top of the second. I don't even know. Like, I don't even think I can talk about baseball anymore after that. That's how Bottom of the second, Phillies are still at 0. Mason Wynn is out for the Cardinals. White Sox game under 11. Good chance for that one today. I can see the Rock double play for Wynn. Way to go, brother. Thank you so much for doing that in the 7th. Wow, they can't, like, I'm still, like, I don't even know if I can talk about baseball anymore. Like that. Who does that? All right, we got a catcher's in. Like, must be the day of dumb baseball. So we've got a bunch of wild pitches. Azuna gets on base for the Braves on a catcher's interference. Casey Mize for 4+. I don't like it. He normally strikes out 3. Is normally his deal. Ozzy Albies pops out 2-0 Braves. If he did it himself, I'm going to tell you right now, that is automatic, like paid no leave. I mean, unpaid leave. That is beyond ridiculous. He should be pulled if he did it himself. Juan Soto, this was my problem with him during the offseason. It was going to be way too much money because he was young, and he's a stat stuffer is all he is. Right? Big Sexy, thanks for I mean, like in the live Giants win. I don't like him tonight, but Logan Webb hasn't been spectacular. What's up, Carolina? How are you? I'm sitting here in amazement of watching a $765 million player sacrifice bunt in the first inning. So with nobody out in the first inning with 2 runners on in the first inning, like, that makes no sense. Dude, thanks for joining. And they had one of the guys was in scoring position. They were first and second. A single gets a run home. Sacrifice bunt. Nobody, like, oh my God. There's times to bunt, and there's guys that should bunt. Neither one of those is the case there. Like I said, whoever made the call, player, unpaid leave. Tigers to win, yes. Oh, Ty, thanks for coming on. Like, I don't even know what to say after that. This is Riley Green, tough matchup for him today, going against the lefty to start. So I'd probably stay away from him, AJ. Clout, thanks for joining. If you're going to go after somebody there, Gleyber Torres or Spencer Torkelson. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I expect the Cardinals to at least score another one. You hope for extras there if you want to get an over. I think is the best thing possible for you there, Kyle. To be really honest, the Cubs today should not have anywhere near 4 runs if it wasn't for wild pitches and stupid mistakes out there. But, yeah, so to be really honest, Kyle, you're still alive because of that. So Astros, I like them to win straight up in that one, Michael. So, yeah, getting a run in my pocket always makes sense. Football Giants, thanks for coming on. I still don't know what to think about that game. I mean, oh, my God. Like, really? I still, like, I've been watching baseball for damn near 50 years, and I don't think I've ever seen that in the first inning. Unbelievable. Diamondbacks have a runner on as I continue to be in amazement of how dumb that bunt was. Like the Mariners to win, Ryan O'Hearn strikes out. What a shocker that is. Let's see. Perdomo, why are they on the first inning when they're in the – all right, we got to hit the refresh button or something here. Yeah, probably something stupid. Yeah, Eugenio Suarez, who we liked before the game started, does have a single, so that's good news there. I would take the Orioles plus 2.5 live, yes. Homer for the Cubs, why not? Beltran, it is what it is. Carson Kelly, who's been on fire for 2 days as well, against Mats, 5-3. Now all of a sudden they can hit a left-hander. Ro, thanks for joining. I still can't get over it. Congratulations to the Mets for taking the lead, but I just saw the stupidest play I think I've ever seen. So Milwaukee got a runner at second, 1 out, top of the second. Oh, thanks for joining. Under in the Red Sox game? No, I don't. I think we're going to see a lot of runs scored. Walker Buehler's normally good for giving up 4. Boston's already got a couple. We know the Nationals bullpen likes to give up runs. I think that thing's had overwritten all over from the start. So. Like I said, I apologize. I'm kind of befuddled still. So, James McCann with the hit for the D-backs. First and second, 2 outs. Brewers taking 1-0 lead. Thank you, Stillers. Unnamed boy, thanks for joining. I honestly don't know if I can, what to think after that. Okay. Tampa Bay and Minnesota. Tampa Bay 5, Joe Kelly 4. Yankees hit a homer. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. 800. Thanks for joining. Vera, thanks for liking the live. Wow. Okay. Tampa Bay scored 5 runs. Joe Kelly, the reliever, gives up 4. Makes it a 5-5 game. Cubs have taken the lead 5-3 over the Cardinals after the Cardinals gave away basically 4 runs in a couple innings off of wild pitches, bad defense. What else you want to go through? Boston up 2-0. Cincinnati and Philly at 0s going to the third. And we're still at 0s, bottom second, A's with the Diamondbacks and Royals. D-backs got a couple runners on 2 outs. Atlanta up 2-0 on the Austin Riley 2-run bomb. 4-1 Mets. And Juan Soto with the dumbest play of the year against the Yankees. As you got a Nimmo grand slam, Jazz Chisholm on that side. That's where we're at for the day so far. Andy Ramirez, thanks for joining the show. I am just still in utter shock over the Soto sacrifice bunt in the first. ISO Wayne, what's up? How are you? User, thanks for joining. Vera, thanks for liking the live. We'll try to be on tomorrow as well. Both channels again, YouTube and TikTok live both. We'll try to get on before baseball starts tomorrow a little bit on that one. Jada, thanks for joining. Rays, I still like him to win the game. We took him before the game started. I would honestly expect Joe Kelly to be designated for assignment here shortly for the Rays. It's the last 3 times he's coming out. It's been nothing but a disaster. I don't know why they continue to throw him in leverage situations, but it really wasn't a leverage situation of 5-1. So, I'll take a hit by a bitch, right? Ty Chambers, thanks for the gifts as well. Jada, thanks for joining. Like I said, I apologize. I'm still majorly in shock by that. By the way, Alec Thomas walks for the D-backs. So bases are loaded for Alexander, who was the talk of the town in Arizona last year. This year, can't get an OPS over 300, so we'll see if that. Any overs for what? For the later games? I wish people would I do put out a show every day on TikTok and YouTube. It's well worth a few minutes. Over-wise, I really don't. The rest of the day, I really don't like any overs. No. Couple unders maybe, but in the Dodgers game, Detroit-Cleveland probably comes in that way because Cleveland can't score a run. 97 MVP, what's going on? One Cool, thanks for joining. All right, can Alexander get anybody home? Of course, swings first pitch. That's 2 feet outside the zone. Big Sexy, thanks for liking the live. And thank you, everybody that joined today on YouTube and TikTok. Greatly appreciate it as well. If you don't follow us on both channels, highly recommend doing that. Both of them are sports bets for free. Just hit the follow or subscribe button. I guess it is over on TikTok, on YouTube. Sorry. If you want a little bit more in depth, that's definitely going to be on the YouTube side. If you want a little bit quicker run through, the TikTok side for sure. And of course, Alexander bombs out there. So going to the third at 0s. Top of the 8th. Can the Cardinals do anything here? They couldn't even score off Presley. That was kind of ugly. Andrew, thank you for joining. And Wilson Contreras lines out. So still 5-3 Cubs. Still shocked on that game. bad base running, bad wild pitches. That just, man, it's like watching Little League Baseball. Taylor, thanks for joining as well. We'll be on here for about another 15 minutes, then we got to pop off for the day. We'll be back on tomorrow, so about 15 more minutes. If you got anything else? Montes at 1K through 2. Frankie's not a big strikeout guy. Like, never has been. And the Twins trying to take the lead there. Boston trying to add some more runs. They've got runners on. No, I'm sorry, the Nationals. My apologies. Football Giants, thank you. Omar Felix, thanks for coming on. Great to see you as well. Baffled by Soto. I'm going to be baffled on that one for years. I tell you what, they're going to get me to watch the press conference, that's for sure. If that's not the number one question in the press conference, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that is – wow. Guys, I don't get it. Strong today, what's up? Omar, thanks for liking the live. Big Sexy, thanks for liking the live as well. Let's see here. And we're going to the bottom of the third. Phillies and the Reds still at 0. And Toronto still 3-2 lead in the 6th. Tampa Bay gets out of that mess. Still 5-5 going to the 8th. 4 teams, yes. Cubs, Dodgers, Orioles, and Royals, yes. Fade or follow, up and down, all over the place. Yep. Need Tampa. Like I said, if it wasn't for Joe Kelly, you'd be cruising. So Joe Kelly, like I said, he's gotten absolutely just destroyed. I mean, look, I got to go look at these numbers now that I'm sitting here talking about it. I can't believe he only got charged with 2 of those runs, which is a freaking joke, in a third of an inning. Padres, Rangers, slightly the Padres. Over under on the Reds today. I leaned to the under because I thought the Phillies were going to pitch pretty well, but all right, let's look at Joe Kelly here. Game logs. Or I'm sorry, Kevin Kelly, not Joe Kelly. I apologize on that one. So a third of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run. He did actually pitch a full inning and gave up nothing. And June was 11 innings. 3 runs? I can't believe that was the only case. In May, he pitched 1 inning, 1 run. April, 3 innings, no runs. And in March, 2 innings, 2 runs. And that's not include all the heritage runners he took care of as well. So, Giants versus A's. I like the A's to win that one. Cubs 5-4. Thank you for the update there, Vera. Somebody hit a homer. Yep, Alec Burleson. There we go. The Cubs bullpen showing off. Let's see here. We'll flip back over Royals and Diamondbacks as well. Nick Lofton out. I don't know. Like, you can tell there's not enough guys in the league. Nick Lofton still has a job. You know what I mean? Marlins now 2-1. Patrick really pitching that bad? I haven't really paid attention too much to that game still. There's couple doubles after a whole Stowers, number 16 on the year. I promise you the Orioles are regretting that trade. Paying Trevor Rogers and not doing anything, and the youngster Stowers still doing great there. Need over 9.5 in the Toronto game. The good news is you got both bullpens coming up, so possibilities aplenty. Cards, couple runners on a couple singles, Sagisi and Nootbaar. And if I pronounced the name wrong there in Sagisi, my apologies. So Nolan Gorman up. 5-4 game here. 4 of the 1 out, 2 on. What can happen next? Detroit money line, do like him today. Casey Mize should pitch decently. He doesn't strike out many guys at all, but Cleveland struggled with the bat. Detroit can struggle with lefties a little bit, but expect Torkelson and Ty Torres probably have a decent day. Cubs bullpen's god awful. Normally, the Cardinals one's pretty solid. And, of course, they had 3 runs of mistakes already. So, Matt, thanks for liking the live. It's pretty silly. Red Sox still up 2-0. Atlanta still up 2-0 going to the third. Mets 4-1 on the grand slam. Oh, Nolan Gorman. That's a run. Yep, 5-5 game now. Here come the Cardinals. That was the big win of the day as well. Cardinals over 4.5 team total. Boom. I think Astros under. Yes. Omar, I think Astros win 3-1, 3-2, somewhere right around there. All right, 5-5 game, first and third now for Pages for the Cardinals. And we're still all in utter disbelief what Juan Soto did in the first. Jack, thanks for joining. Vera, I feel this, and all other Mets fans that are on the show, I apologize. By the way, Pozo coming in for him. Yeah, Cards over team total. Yeah, Nerfy in the Dodgers game has an excellent opportunity in that one, TikToker. Yes. Man, I don't get Mets fans, let me know how mad you are. That's all I want to know. Like, I'm pissed off and I don't like the Mets at all. So, that's ridiculous. Todd, thanks for joining the show. That would, I've seen some weird things in baseball. If he made that decision to bunt, it's really simple. Unpaid leave. You got to send a message to these guys that they can't do stupid shit like that in the first inning. Why would he? That's a perfect RBI opportunity for him to pad his stats. Why would he pass on that opportunity? It makes no sense. That's why I think it was called. But I'm telling you right now, I would park his ass in the press conference with the manager after the game. Let's get this figured out. Boston takes a 3-0 lead, by the way. Baltimore gets on the board. I'm going to flip over to that. It looks like probably a home run there. Let's take a look. Yeah, Tyler O'Neill, welcome back. That's $50 million for 3 home runs this season. Can't stay healthy. 2-1 in that one. I'm still – I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Don't choke Rays. I'll give you Jorge. They've got a runner at second now, 2 outs. Maybe Lowe hits him in. They deserve to win that game if it wasn't for Kelly. So, White Sox, Rockies under 11 has a good chance. Pozo, by the way, 3-2 count. First and third, 1 out as the Cardinals try to get back in this thing and take it over here. We got more runs a coming. And 3-run shot. Yeah, there you go. 8-5. Cardinals, anybody? If you're a Mets fan, Pozo with his 3rd home run of the season. Thank you, Cubs bullpen, one more time, as the Cardinals have put up a 5 spot here in the 8th. 8-5, 13 hits by the Cards. And the Cubs really, like I said, the 6th inning where they took the lead was all just bullshit, bad plays by the Cardinals to give them those runs. Jose, thanks for coming back on. Like I said, Vera, I don't know if there's any other Mets fans on here. If they are, I don't know what to tell you. And by the way, they just went up 5-1, right? So PSM, thanks for liking the live. Carlos Rodon getting smoked. Lindor's up. Let's see. Lindor, there's a runner on first and 1 out. Are you going to sacrifice bunt? I know Lindor ain't going to bunt. I promise you that. Lindor strikes out. Okay, so Soto up. We'll stay on the Soto at bat and see what he does. I know a lot of people love Soto every day. Man, Vera, what did you do to piss everybody off? It must be me. I guess ranting on the Mets, everybody left, huh? Magatron, thanks for coming back on. Boston 3-0. Baltimore, another runner on here. Mullins walks. How does Sanchez strike out against a left-hander? Like, seriously? Come on, Jackson Holiday. Let's go. No. Ground out runner at third for Westberg, who's up. We got hit by a pitch in the first. Yeah, you got there. I didn't think it honestly would get there. I didn't think the Cubs were going to put up 5 today, but, they got some help. So I thought the Cubs would be lucky to put up 3, to be honest. So Cardinal Andre, great to see you again. Jimmy, overtime, what's going on? Marlins up 2-1. Mets 5-1. Atlanta 2-1. Baltimore trying to score here again. Boston 3-0. Got a couple runners on. KC, Arizona at 0. Cincy and Philly at 0. Toronto 3-2. Tampa Bay still 5-5. Actually, it should be Tampa Bay 5. Mr. Kelly for the Tampa Bay 4 after that disaster. Bear, thanks for joining. And Cardinals have retaken the lead with the 5 spot here in the 8th off of Brad Keller. The Cubs bullpen giveth again. Bear, thanks for joining. I thought you figured the Cubs were in trouble when Pomeranz, who's been one of their better relievers who led off the game, gave up 2. I did not expect him to get any runs early, so there was going to be problems from the get-go. Bottom third, Diamondbacks still at 0. Boston gets a couple runners across. It's 5-0 there. And Donovan's out for the Cardinals. That'll end the top of the 8th, 8-5, and that one. Jordan Westberg. We told you Westberg going to have a big day. 3-2, 2-run bomb for Westberg. There we go. There's the bummer we all know and love. Tigers and Indians over 9. I think it's going to be pretty close to that number, Carrie, so I wouldn't play it. But if you're looking for if you wanted to go over, might I recommend just the Detroit team total on that one, Carrie. That way you take Cleveland out of it because you can't rely on their offense for nothing. Favorite home run for tonight? There's not, of anything left. I don't know. Like maybe Altuve again. No problem, Carrie. Actually, tonight for overs, I really don't like anything. I think Houston, LA is a big under. White Sox, Colorado, that's a huge number for 2 offenses that struggle. Texas, San Diego, maybe, but normally Padres Stadium not that high scoring. San Francisco and the A's, I can't trust San Francisco to get any runs scored. You definitely can't trust Pittsburgh. I think there's some team total opportunities. Like I like Seattle over theirs, A's over theirs, Colorado over theirs, but I don't know if I could get home for a whole game total. So after all the big scoring games yesterday, not a surprise if we see some low scoring ones today, right? Dude, thanks for liking the live. All right, Westberg. So we got that hammer part home. Now we need a little Sanchez in that game. A few more runs out of him wouldn't hurt either. I'm still in shock. So Soto's got a sacrifice bunt and a pop out. $765 million. Cubs bullpen strikes again. Yes, they do. Feel strongly about Jack? Yes. Love the Astros. And under. Yes. Rangers or Padres, slightly in the Padres. Don't really like that game too much. Right? Ian Murphy, Astros, Dodgers. You can put up Cleveland and Detroit as well. You know what? You could probably throw up the whole lineup for the rest of the day for one. But Rockies under 11, I think has a good chance there. White Sox offense hasn't been spectacular. Marquez has pitched pretty well. Colorado can score some runs, but 11's a boatload. Even in Denver. Oh, look at the Yankees coming back. All right, another home run. That's how they score. They've got 2 solo shots to make it 5-2. Man, they're so. Oh, Boston, by the way, everybody was asking about the over there. Raphael with the homer. That's 8-0 Red Sox as Parker continues to give. They're hitting lefties. Now it's about time for the Nationals to get there with Walker Buehler, and that thing goes way over. Dude, thanks for liking the live. There's not any value, Zach, on a 130 team being only plus 115 on the run line. So the better value is to go with the money line, even though you're going to pay a little bit more. You're not getting any value at Tigers minus 1.5. So on a 130 to 140 line, the run line should be 125 to 135, and you're getting the books definitely taking advantage of you there on that one, just because the Guardians have been so bad as of late. So the Guardians won't be there forever, but as of late, they've been there, right? All right, Diamondbacks once again have a couple runners on. Corbin Carroll grounds out. Perdomo hit by a pitch. Pavin Smith walks. Here comes the D-backs as Naylor is going to single in a run, make it 1-0 Diamondbacks, bottom of the third. That covers first three for the D-backs. Congratulations. Another winner. Suarez, who we also need in this one. Time for Suarez against Waka. I mean, how many batters do we have to hit? Sandler, what's up? Great to see you. Big Sexy, thanks for liking the live. Still in utter shock over the Soto bunt in the first inning. That's still, my opinion, the talk of the day, but we'll see. Cardinals still up 8-5, bottom 8. Tampa Bay and Minnesota locked in at 5. User, thanks for coming on. Big Sexy, thanks for the likes. Baltimore still up 3-2 after the Jordan Westburg 2-run bomb. Tyler O'Neill also hitting a solo shot in that inning. Phillies had a runner in third and 2 outs and couldn't score. Story of the Phillies' life. If you're a Phillies fan, you got to all those big. Oh man, all that team looks so great on paper. I feel for the Phillies fans as well. I'm a Cubs fan and just watched their bullpen explode, but I'm used to that. I mean, Phillies fans, you got to be like, I didn't expect the Cubs to be, how do I put this? The way the pitching staff looked, I thought they'd have to win every game 10-8. So Conrad, what's up? So I'm surprised to see where they're at, but man, if you're a Phillies fan, you got to be disappointed. Tigers and Giants. I like the Tigers. Don't like the Giants tonight. Logan Webb on the road. Has not been as good as at home on that one, so that's why we like a little like a little A's tonight. Yeah, I like him money line or plus the 1.5. That number's really dropped too, so that was a plus 170 bet last night with the A's. All of a sudden down to plus like 140ish. Omar, thanks for the gifts as well. BIT, thanks for joining. All right, Walker, trying to hang one here to Suarez. 2-2 count, first and third for the D-backs. Need to raise like oxygen toss. Going to the ninth. Still at 5, so maybe they can pop something off their top of the ninth. Toronto's still up 3-2 going to the 7th. Surprising lower scoring game there for sure. And Reds have got a base runner on 1 out. It's time for Suarez. I haven't seen him park one over the wall in a minute. It'd be a nice time to hit that one. Let's see. Nino, thanks for joining. Didn't park it over the wall, but that is going to be a single and another run for Suarez there. So hitting an RBI, 2-0 Diamondbacks. Yeah, but I didn't have him yesterday, right? So it's, you know what I mean, Toss? I haven't seen him win one for me. Is that a better thing there? Ryan Winslow, thanks for joining. Suarez does get hit, run, RBI taken care of. Congratulations on that one. +2 total bases. So the only thing we got left in that game is the Diamondbacks keep winning and Perdomo. You know what I mean, Toss? Sometimes, Oh, by the way, we'll make a break here. Reds. By the way, Suarez at 3 Ks, currently in the 4th. Reds, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And they got Spencer Steer up here on the top of the 4th. The Phillies have had a couple of chances and haven't put anybody across yet. So Red Sox take a 9-0 lead. Baltimore up 3-2 going to the bottom of the 3rd. Mets 5-2, top 3rd. Marlins still 2-1. Cubs still at 5-8. Stugotz, thanks for the follow. By the way, Stugotz, is your handle after Stugotz off the Dan Le Batard show, or just what Stugotz means? I'm just curious if you used it off the. I used to love the Le Batard show, so. But anyway, Conrad, thanks for liking the live. Right, I love the Stugat's name, but anyway, I didn't know if that was coming off of that show or not. So, like I said, when he went off of ESPN, that was kind of a shocker of the day, right? Spencer Steer strikes out. So now 2 outs. Ranger Suarez up to 4. He's pitch count wise, Suarez is doing really well. Only 50 pitches here through 3 2/3. So that's good news for all you wanted 6 1/3. Atlanta ties it, of course. Dean Kremer doing his best Dean Kremer impression. Matt Olson, who yesterday couldn't hit nothing, today with a double and a home run. Congratulations, turd. It just makes me mad, right? Rachel, thanks for joining. The most upsetting thing of the day I've ever seen is, by the way, Cubs do score 8-6. Football Giants, thanks for joining. Still 5-5. Tampa Bay does have a runner on, 1 out. A pinch runner for coming in for Danny Jansen. So they're going to try to send him here, I'm sure. Cubs just scored, 8-6. Yep. The score came on Suzuki finally gets something. And Ian Happ today, what another glorious day for Ian Happ. 3 walks and an RBI. No hits. Great job for Ian Happ today and striking out. Yeah, that's great. Don't even get me started. Like, really? Actually, I like under 8.5 there. Judge strikes out. All right. Bottom third. We're still waiting on this AZ game. What are we doing here? How long is this mound visit going to be? Gurriel flies out. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs now for McCann as the D-backs have a 2-0 lead. A-Cash, thanks for joining, or Akash. Caballero steals second base, then gets to third on a throwing error. How many more catcher issues and wild pitches are we going to see today in baseball? My God. All right, now the Rays have a runner on third, 1 out. Yandy Diaz up in a 1-1 count. We'll stick here with the Tampa Bay game. I assume they're probably going to walk Diaz here, but we'll see. Conrad, thanks for liking the live, as the likes have definitely died off. I guess nobody likes the show anymore. That's fine. Infield in for the Twins. Zoe, thanks for liking the live. Padron Perry, thank you. YN, thanks for joining. Haven't you asked that one a couple times, JR Azizi? Under 11, yes. That one's been asked a lot. I'll be really honest with you. If you're looking at the Rockies and the White Sox game, play something, like go to a different sport or something. There's no reason to be involved with those turds, personally. But if I had to lean one way, under, yes. Come on, Yandy, can you get a run home? All right, so they walk Marte. Now Trevino up. Trevino grounds out. Phillies get out of that mess. Yeah, it's 3-3. They took a 3-2 lead, Nick, with the Westberg homer, but, of course, to give up, Matt Olson decides to have a career day the day after we played him. Steelers, thank you. Michael Sampson, thank you. Football Giants, thanks for coming on. I don't know if I've picked the Orioles to win since, April. Yandy Diaz strikes out. Oh. Tampa Bay, what are you doing, bro? Ford, thanks for coming on. Michael and Stillers, thank you for liking the live. Tyson, thanks for joining. Oh, my. Yandy Diaz is a good baseball player, but situationally sometimes I just want to punch him in the throat. You've got to figure out a way to make contact on that and at least make a play at the plate. Oh, my goodness. Sillers and Sugats, thank you. This is what makes baseball nuts. People like, oh, football's crazy. Watch baseball on a date on a yeah, they did get lucky to get out of that inning for sure. That's what makes baseball crazy. Like today, it's not batters getting these runs across. It is catcher interference, wild pitches, walking the guy in. It's been nuts all day. Tigers over team total at 4.5. I'd play it. Yes, 3.5, 4.5. Yep. Substantial you. Thanks for joining. We are streaming still on both channels, TikTok and YouTube as well. We're on a little bit longer than normal, but trying to catch the end of a couple of games here. Stugats, thank you. CG, thanks for joining. It's been a little crazy, man. So only 8 more for the Nats. They got it. We saw the Nats score 9 recently in an inning. So, Nick, come on, man. Gotta have faith, bro. You don't think Bueller's actually going to go through a front 5 or something and not give up anything, right? Come on. I loved Walker Buehler, but after 2 Tommy Johns, he is not the same pitcher, for sure. Not the same at all. Brandon Lowe walks, so now up to Caminero, the youngster. And St. Louis, they're done in the 9th. Mason, Wynn, Contreras, and Burleson all go down. So 8-6 Cardinals. And let's see. Actually, I thought the Devers trade wasn't that bad, and they got off that big money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're on the YouTube Live as well. I'm probably going to have to put it on. We're going to have a multi-stream available. The only problem is the multi-stream's everywhere to TikTok except TikTok. So expect to see something from us from Twitch as well, and Kick and all these other ones. But try to be on all of them as much as we can. Obviously, TikTok has more viewers, but, it's all good. Washington finally gets on the board. 9-1. There's the over, right? Double play, they score a run. James Wood on base by a fielding error. That's what I'm talking about. Like defense and pitching today has been god awful everywhere. Angels tie it up 3 apiece against the Blue Jays. Looks like we got another pitching change. The Yanks, yeah. Here's how you got to look at them, user. The Yanks are a playoff team. They're not a World Series contending team, in my opinion, but they are a playoff team. They don't have really – Rodon is not going to be an ace, right? I don't think the Cubs sold. I didn't like them to start the game, and to be really honest, they should be at 3 runs. They got gifted 3. So they don't hit left-handers well. They didn't hit the left-handers very well today either, except Michael Busch. Got his licks in, but Crow Armstrong and Tucker did not do much today. So that game's still not over. The way the bullpens have been giving up runs, don't be surprised if the Cubs figure out how to get 1, maybe 2 more in that one. Baltimore 3-3 going to the 3rd. Normally I'd say with the Cardinals bullpen, yes, but the way this game's been going today, I wouldn't get there. Caminero flies out after all that. 5-5 going to the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers today, I don't like it. I love Framber Valdez, to be honest. Shohei probably pitched pretty well for a couple innings on that one. I still think Toronto pulls this thing out, but they've made it a lot closer than they have to be. That's for sure, TikToker. So I did not expect it to be that close. O'Hearn, Sanchez, Cows are up next for the Orioles. And let's see. The Royals, Bobby Witt strikes out again. That's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks against Ryan Nelson, who's pitching well here in the top of the 4th. Still 0-0. I apologize. I keep sliding the screen across there. So Booney, thanks for joining. We're getting bonus coverage here on the live show today. 9-1 Red Sox, still at 0s going to the top of the 5th between the Reds and the Phillies. What is up with the Phillies offense against Lodolo? Seriously? Can't figure anything out? Brewers looking like they got an opportunity here. First and third, one out. Collins up for them. J-Hole, thanks for liking the live. I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize. I'm just a Midwestern hick down here in Phoenix, and pronunciation was never a strong suit, right? Let's see. Carson Kelly and Dansby Swanson out quickly as Helsley is pitching all right here. All right, 2 outs for the Cards. They're up 8-6. Parker, thanks for joining. Mets are still up 5-2 in this wacky game. Rodon once again disappoints. What are the Yankees going to do for pitching? I know there's a ton of Yankees fans out there. What are they going to do? They're not going to just sit back and die. By the way, the Royals don't get anything across. Diamondbacks up 2-0 going to the bottom 4. And here comes Baltimore again, top 4. O'Hearn doubles to lead off the 4th. Elvis, thanks for joining. Piper X, thanks for joining. I missed somebody just came on there. Sorry. Bear, thanks for joining. The Boss and Slick Rick, thanks for coming on. All right, Sanchez, 1-2 count. Four, 8, 5, 3, 7, 8. Thanks for coming on the show. And everybody on YouTube Live as well, thank you for coming on. There will be a recap of the live show if you want to watch that. The one nice thing about YouTube is they do put the full episode on. Gary Sanchez strikes out. Ugh. All right. Toronto's got a runner on, 1 out. George Springer again. Springer 2 for 4 today with a home run and a single. 5 total bases for Springer. And 1-2 count on the hottest hitter maybe in the league right now, Michael Busch in the last 2 days. Another home run and a double today after his 2 home run performance yesterday. And he's had multiple days of 3+ hits over the last couple of weeks. Busch, he's been strong. All of a sudden, Busch almost hitting 300, OPS almost up to 950. In the last 7 games for Busch, just to give you an example, 13 for 24. Hitting 540. Slug over 1,200 during that time. 5 home runs in the last 7 games. He has been absolutely in fuego on that. Conrad, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Take it up, right? Make sure you don't get it up. Make sure it's on there. I'm with you. Football season right around the corner as well. Conrad, do you have a favorite football team, NFL-wise? Dodgers today. We're actually on the Astros. We like Framber Valdez. I understand the 18-1 game probably wasn't the best thing to happen yesterday for that, but we like it. Busch, who we were just talking about, strikes out. Cardinals win. 8-6. Green Bay. Okay. All right. Packers guy. Steelers, you're a Packers guy too, right? Rye guy, thanks for joining. And let's see here. Yep, we've got a couple Packers guys. All right. Tigers and Giants. I don't like the Giants. I actually like the A's. Colton Cowser home run. 5-3. Orioles, another win. Orioles over team total. Congratulations on that one, if you were honest with that. I do like the A's tonight. Logan Webb. We'll pull it up here just to kind of give a little bit of background here for Webb. Good, really good pitcher. Hasn't been as dominant this year. What's up with Philly? Exactly. I have no clue. Why are the A's an underdog? Because Logan Webb is pitching, and Severino got smoked in his last game. Here's the last 3 starts, for example, for Webb. 6 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, and a walk. Start before that against the Marlins. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks. And his best start lately has been against Cleveland. That was 7 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. But Cleveland has been god-awful, especially hitting the ball. So That's our main reason behind that is the way he's pitched this lately. Not crazy. And the way that the biggest, I think, one in that one is the Giants can't hit. So bases loaded, Milwaukee ties it up. If you want a game, let's see, 2 legs, Astros in the under or Astros in the Tigers. B Perk, thanks for joining. Couple runners on now for the Blue Jays. And of course, Bo Bichette pops up right behind it. Barger up now, 2 on, 2 out for them. B Perk, they're in a 3-3 battle here. Will Jones, thanks for joining. Hi, Milo. How are you? GBW, thanks for coming on. So we're finishing up a couple games here. I do like the Astros to win, and all of a sudden, here comes Tampa Bay one more time. They lose this game 6-5 in the bottom of the 9th. As Clevinger got 0 outs on a Buxton walk, Castro single, Brooks Lee single. That's ball game, 6-5 Twins. That was just absolutely true. You want to talk about a bullpen losing a game? That was the Tampa Bay one there. By the way, Will Benson with the home run off of Ranger Suarez, who's at 5 Ks here in the top of the 5th. Pitches are starting to mount up. He's over 70 here through 4 2/3. A 1-0 Reds in a shocker. Frank Campos, what's up? All right, well, Nationals are down 9-1, but here come the Nationals. Brady House up. Youngster for the Nats. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Ikeri, thanks for joining. Let's see. Arizona's still up 2-0. Bottom 4. As they get through the bottom of the lineup there. Baltimore took a 5-3 lead on the Colton Cowser 2-run shot. 5-2 Mets. Jay Carey, what's going on? Joey Ortiz gets called out on strikes with the bases loaded and 1 out. Tied up here 2-2 Marlins and Brouhahas. So we've had some pretty good games. Those 4 o'clock Eastern games have definitely been some stuff here. I like the Astros. Don't like the over. 3-2, 3-1 game, I think. Fromber doesn't give up much. The bullpen's been stingy, except for one game in Colorado. But it is Colorado. Things happen up there. But I do like the Astros to pull off that win. Fromber's been giving up 2 runs or less basically every start. So that's why we like them, that and the under. Addison Barger got intentionally walked to get to Christian Kirk. So bases loaded, 2 outs here for the Blue Jays. Can they get somebody home to break this 3-3 tie? Football Giants, thanks for coming back on. Rays up 5-0. Lose that game 6-5. Bullpen. Ugh. 5-1 when Taj Bradley goes out. Kelly gives up 2 inherited runners plus the 2 he gave up himself. Coachy Poo, what's happening? How are you? Raves fans right now, the way the bullpen's been pitching has been a little ugly. Dodgers game, first 5 innings under 4.5. I really like that one. Player prop for tonight. We like Altuve and Paredes, both over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I think it's a low-scoring game, but the top of the lineup's going to do the damage. PSM, thanks for liking the live. Valdez to go, if you can get 17.5 outs as well for a pitching prop. PSM, thanks for liking the live again. Appreciate it. All right, can Kirk in an 0-2 count, bases loaded, 2 outs, do anything here? Valdez for 5, he can get home there. I think he's got a good chance at 6. That's kind of where I stop with him, Ryan, but yeah. Dude, thank you. And Kirk doesn't get anybody across anytime. Just make sure you follow us on both channels. I'll give away a lot of free stuff. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, right? Ray, thanks for joining. It's the least we could do, right? Conrad, under 4.5. Yes. Montes is up to 2. You're hanging in on that one, right? You took that freaking no-run beat, right? I don't like Mize to strike out many. He normally ends at about 3. So I know the number's low, but he is not a strikeout pitcher. That's for sure. So just keep that in mind. Kremer's still Kremering along. 5-3 Baltimore. What are the Nats going to do here? Lyle's still in this long at bat. House got called out on strikes. Pomerantz was just the opener, so, and he'd given up a couple runs, so it's hard to play those, man. Especially bullpen games, those guys can get yanked. They like them to pitch at least 1 inning, but it's not guaranteed. So, if I had to do that one, first of all, GTM, I'll give you a little insight. If you have to play a White Sox-Rockies game, we're in trouble to start. So that's me personally. But I'd have to go under in the first 5 there. I think it's under for the 11 for the game. But the 2 worst teams in baseball, do we really need to get involved? You know what I mean? Like, I understand we're all looking for games and games and games, but there's a lot better plays out there. Tigers to win, yes. Nick comes back on. What's up, Nick? Besides the Rays absolutely getting destroyed. By the way, we got bases loaded and 1 out for Kelbert Ruiz for the Nats. Jack, thanks for joining. Reds are up. Oh, we got runs. Hold on to your horses, Nick. I know you need some Nationals love. Giants tonight. I actually like the A's. They're one of my underdog of the day today. 3-1-3 Tez. 9-2. We got a force out and a run scored. That should definitely take care of an over in that game. So Bueller's giving up a couple. They're not even calling that an earn run. Wow. Okay. 9-2 bottom 4. Royals in the top of the 5th, down 2-0. Cardinals did get that 8-6 win. They're sending thank you baskets over to the Cubs bullpen. Once again, right? You never know. Like I said, the Nationals are one of those teams. They can score in multiple avenues. They don't just need the home run ball to score. They can single and double at home. They get consecutive hits. They don't have much pitching, unfortunately, but they can hit the ball. So, and Bueller's still only giving up to 2 runs here, and he's basically almost at 80 pitches here in the 4th. So, Jays, they had a chance there in the bottom of the 7th, bases loaded, couldn't get it done. I should be on tomorrow. Hopefully we're feeling well enough. The back-to-back days on the live have been the issue, but Milwaukee did not score anymore, so still 2-2. Player prop, what's up? Are you watching this? Player prop, what do you think about the Juan Soto sacrifice bunt in the 1st? Love to get your thoughts on that. Same with you, Nick. All right, be listening. Go cook it up. Durant, nothing else across 9-2. Azura for 9.5 points. Okay. It was really dumb. $765 million was sacrifice bunting with runners at 1st and 2nd and nobody out. Might have been the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It might have been the dumbest thing I've ever seen in baseball. In a 0-0 game, 1st and 2nd, and a sacrifice bunt with your guy you just paid $765 million for. Now, I'm curious to see if that was coach or player. If it's a coach, they need to be fired immediately. Illis, what's up? Do you like the Mariners tonight? Absolutely. if it was Juan Soto, unpaid leave would be what I'm shooting for there, because that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So Omar Felix, thanks for if you feel like you can't hit a pitcher, you need to be asked to get taken out of the lineup. So can't try that. Thanks for joining. Nick, thanks for liking the live as well. I was in utter shock when we saw it, and I still can't believe it, and almost an hour later, right? So, yeah, we're doing good. Having a good Saturday. The Cardinals getting the win. Got the player props we needed out of that one as well. We started good off in this D-backs game. Rodon, I don't know why. Nimmo just cracked a grand slam shortly after that, but, I like the Astros. The Astros, where they started the season, they've been one of the hotter teams, even though offensively they're struggling, and they're missing Pena and Alvarez right now. It's crazy. JT the OG. Curious what JT thinks on a sacrifice bunt in the first inning with nobody out by Soto as well on that one. World Series preview. It could be. The Astros have some pitching. Hunter Brown and Valdez to start, two guys there. Could be. Normally in the, regular season, it's normally offense, and then the postseason, pitching and defense. Yeah, I think you'll get a few more yet. You're not done in that game, Nick. You get some more runs there. Atlanta's got a couple runners on now, 2 outs. Kramer has trouble getting out of an inning. As always, Kyle, thanks for joining. Gets through the first 2 batters normally without a problem, and then can't get the third out. Philly score? Was it a home run? Yeah. Sosa, the guy you don't expect, 1-1. Yeah, Cubs today, kind of what we expected. They scored more runs than we thought, going against the lefty Liberatore, who's not the best pitcher on earth, but the Cubs right now can't hit left-handed pitchers. So Acuna with the walk and Nick Allen with a double. Matt Olson, who is 2 for 2 with the home run and a double. Oh, I'm sorry. Olson's got, home run and a double today. Boatloads of runs. Yeah, I mean, it was, like I said, going against the lefty today was not going to be easy for him. Monica Hines, thanks for joining. Yeah, it looks a good number. I know, I hear you. King said, thanks for joining the show. All right, can Kramer get out of this inning? Favorite prop for the late games is Framber Valdez, if you can get him at over 17.5 outs. But Paredes and Altuve over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Just their team total, Kyle, is the way I'd play it. Can't rely on the Guardians to contribute. So, period. Thanks for joining. 3-2 count now on Olsen with another foul ball. For 5-3 Orioles. Real Fan World, what's up? Great to see you again. Knuckles, thanks for joining. All right. M. Tausif, thanks for joining the show. Still 2-0 Diamondbacks, bottom 5. So we got another front 5 winner. D-backs. There we go. Keep this train rolling as the Royals back to not scoring again. Ryan Nelson looks like Cy Young out there so far. The Royals struggling to get a base runner, let alone a run. Knuckles, thanks for liking the live. We're a Perdomo hit away from basically sweeping that one. Christ Mindset, thanks for joining. And the Braves are going to score. Unfreaking believable. Kramer got 2 outs, double and a single, 5-4 in that one. Come on, Kramer, get out of it. This is constant with him. He cannot get out of an inning. Nelson's last start, he's like their best pitcher right now. Are you kidding me? Right? Didn't hear anything. Okay. Fair player props, Valdez, 18+ outs. Altuve and Paredes over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, if you're just looking for player props. Pavin Smith up after Perdomo walks again. A hit for Perdomo would be nice. So far, he's got a walk, got on base, yada, yada. All right. Like, seriously? Gutsy picks. What's going on? All right. Pavin Smith up here, 3-1 count as Walk is giving up the 2 runs so far. Normally, Walk is good for 3, so let's see if it happens to be here in the 5th. Tigers, there's not a lot of value at -1.5 seen. I think you get a lot better value on the money line. A -130-ish money line should be +130-ish on the run line. So getting that under +120 looks like a book trying to save some money there. I wouldn't play in there. I'd play in money line. Valdez over 17.5 outs. Yes. Are the Yankees coming back? Probably not, but their bullpen's been hot garbage as well. I expect the Mets to add actually a couple more. Pavin Smith with the walk. So first and second on a couple of walks. And here comes the Royals bullpen in the 5th. So Walker's out. And this should be where it comes fun time here for the D-backs. And let's see. We got more runs from what happened here with the Braves. They tie it up. I'm telling you right now, Kramer has been – he cannot get that third out. It's been, just hard to watch. The way the Orioles offense has been going, it's a shame. Mikey Morrison, thanks for joining. Or Morrison. If I mispronounced that, my apologies. Can we please get an update on this Braves game, MLB? Is it that hard? 9-2 Red Sox, by the way, as well. Tampa Bay did lose. The bullpen gave up that one. After a 5-0 lead, they lose 6-5. Mets still up 5-2. Diamondbacks threatening here, up 2-0. Milwaukee and Miami at 2-2. 5-5, Baltimore, Atlanta. Austin Riley doubles. Acuna gets thrown at, or Olsen gets thrown at home. Why he was trying to score on that one, not sure. So if we were going to play something live here, I still like the Blue Jays. It's a little juicy, but I do like them just to win the game still. Phillies, you can get relatively cheap now, -120-ish. Nationals +7.5. Rangers, Padres, 4 first 5. Not in love with it, but could possibly be there. D-backs, Royals over 6.5. I would not be shocked if Orioles Braves goes over 14.5. If it was 13.5, I'd definitely play it for 4 more runs. But I think there's some opportunities there, Stillers. Especially that Blue Jays game, the Phillies, the Nationals +7.5. That to me seems the Nationals are going to score some more runs. I don't think they're anywhere near done in that one. Brujajas at plus money, your team there got excellent chances as well. So, all right, here, let's see if we can get 5-5. They run into an out. Holiday up. We just need a little more runs here from the Orioles, and Gary Sanchez to be a part of that would be wonderful. Mr. Adrian, thanks for joining. As Westberg already hit a home run for us. And we're waiting on this pitching change for Schreiber here. I'm surprised they didn't. Josh Naylor flies out, so that didn't help. Suarez has already got a couple hits and an RBI up next. I'm surprised they didn't bring in Angel Zerpa. Anthony Hamilton's back on. Thanks for coming back. First and second now for the D-backs, 1 out. Anthony Hamilton, thank you for liking the live as well. Appreciate it. A lot of tied games right now, yep, except for that Nats game and Mets game, yep. Everything else, yeah, the Royals 2-0. The Royals could get smacked here if Suarez can figure out how to hit something again. Double or a homer, Mr. Suarez? You take your pick. Which one? M. Solo, thanks for joining. 2-0 count. This is setting up for Suarez really nice here with the count. Best pick live right now. Royals and D-backs over 6.5. We're getting into the bullpens of both teams, and bullpens on both teams are ooh. Need the D-backs to score to cash this in, though, I think. 2-2 on Suarez, who's been probably one of their, between him, he's been consistent home run ball, deep ball threat. His batting average is way above normal as well. Hopefully he continues to hit, especially here today. Rays, yep, I hear you. Who you like? We're heavily on the Diamondbacks. We'd still like Baltimore to figure something out there as they're in a 5-5 game. Suarez strikes out. Wow. Okay. We like the Dodgers later on, the A's later on. Not the Dodgers, sorry, the A's. My apologies on that. If you have to take something in the Rockies and White Sox game, probably Rockies there with Herman Marquez. Phils, yep. I mean, Phils weren't a bad play there. Do like the Tigers as well. Yes, Levi. Guardians can't seem to get a hit. Casey Mize normally does give up a few runs, but I think that Tigers offense should be able to generate at least 4 or 5 today. Vera, thanks for liking the live. Lourdes Gurriel, runners at first and second and 2 outs. That looks like a double. Yep, it is 3-0 D-backs. Oh, make that 4? Did they score the 4th one? Yeah. Padres money line, not in love with it, but they should win that game. But I have a hard time with the Padres, period. So, yeah, I've got a Gurriel with a double, 4-0 D-backs here in the 5th as they extend their lead. Vera, thanks for liking the live. J1, thanks for joining. Sir Carlios, thanks for joining. Carnegie, thanks for coming back on. McCann up. Lourdes Gurriel at second. 2 outs, 4-0. By the way, the Mets have got a runner on second. Reds have got a runner on third. Couple outs. Baltimore making it easy on Dodd this inning. Holiday grounds out. Westbrook flies out. And then Henderson grounds out. On a day where they're putting up 5 runs so far, Henderson is 0 for 3 with a K. He has been definitely, a lot of close games at the moment. He has not been as solid as last season for sure. Hitters for the Rockies, we really got to go there. I'll make an honest suggestion here. I wouldn't play, don't play in this game unless you have to. Astros, A's, Giants, we like the A's. But I think you got to have Beck and Goodman would be the 2 hitters to focus on the Rockies. But, I mean, it's the 2 worst teams in baseball. There's other games, so you know what I mean? Ohtani birthday home run. I don't know if the birthday has anything to do with it, but it is his birthday. But player props back on. All right. Man, player prop, I should have you come on and just do the White Sox-Rockies game or something, man. I still can't believe people want to get in the middle of that. Baltimore doesn't score going to the bottom of the 5th, 5-5. Padres and Mariners. Love the Mariners. Padres, I could do without, but on paper, they should win that game. Yankee 1, 2, 3. What's up, man? VNAC, what's going on? Well, yeah, picked up the live line over. Yep. That's right. Tell them to stay away, right? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, the only time you should talk about a White Sox or a Rockies game is when they're playing somebody else when you're smacking them. J.P. Crawford, he's got, what, for a hit? Hit RBI? Yep. All right, so McCann's out 4-0 going to the 6th. In that mess in the Royals game here. Mets do add more runs. Nimmo with a single after the Pete Alonso 2-run shot, 7-2 Mets. Rodon today, 6 earned, 4 strikeouts. This is going to probably be his last inning as well. He's about 93, 94 pitchers. Rangers money line. I don't really love anything in that Rangers-San Diego game. I would lean on paper to the Padres, but you got 2 very inconsistent offenses, 2 very inconsistent pitching staffs. There's not like nothing's leaning one way heavily. So Red Sox 9-2. They've got a runner on for they're just done. 9-2 going the bottom of the 6th. Low, Bell, and House. User, thanks for the follow. Dog of the day was been the A's for us all day long. Cardinals, we already cashed on. White Sox, why play in that game unless you're a White Sox or Rockies fan? Do you like the Stros to win? And no thank you, user. So I'm very selective on who comes on the show, bro, because I don't need to get canceled because somebody does something stupid. So not to say that you will, but can't risk the channel for that. A's money line, yes. Harry Garcia, thank you for joining. Unknown, thanks for liking the live. Yeah. You can't risk a channel over somebody I've never talked to before. Thank you, Stillers. Yeah, right. There you go, B Custom. You were right. You switched over from the YouTube to TikTok. I got you. It's, if you want to talk to me before the game starts and have a conversation and I know kind of where you're going to go, I don't have an issue with it. Not somebody brand new. It's nothing personal. So it's taken us years to build up this channel. And like I said, and TikTok's already been crazy on us. Banned. And there we go. We're back online there. For some reason, we got off. Kurtz or Butler? Man, that's a damn good question, Unknown. Probably Kurtz, but Butler, I think, is one of those guys that can get singles and score a run against a tough pitcher. Best 3-leg. We're almost at the end of games, and now we got 3-leg. I guess it's better than the guy on TikTok that asked for a 40-leg earlier on this show. Of the games that are left, Tigers, Astros, and the A's. Yep. Neither one of those are safe, but I like the A's to win. Yes. Dodgers, Nerfy has an excellent chance to get in the win column today. Every weekend. Sunday's always the weird day, right? So Dodgers might lose. I think they are. I mean, the pitching matchup, they're in trouble because Ohtani's not going 5 or 6. He's probably going to go 2-3. I don't like any Dodgers today. I think Fromber has an excellent day. Unless you want to play under on Mookie Betts. Hits, runs, RBIs, and under on total bases. Mookie's been a struggle fest, to say the least. Kramer finally got replaced. So Soto in the game now, 5-5 in that one still. Royals do have a runner on first on Freddie Freeman's single. So they've actually got a base runner against Ryan Nelson. Ryan Nelson's pitched fabulously so far in this one. No problem, Anthony. EJW, thank you. Boro, thank you. He's pitched fabulously. So you've got, 61 pitches so far here in the top of the 6th, 4 strikeouts, no runs. He's only given up 1 hit, hasn't walked anybody. The first hit was just to Freddie Freeman here in this one. EW Breaks, thanks for joining. Anthony, thanks for liking the live. And Phillies have their leadoff runner on, and then Kyle Schwarber gets a walk, and Harper grounds out right behind him. And then, Alec Bohm. 2-run bomb. Yep, 3-1 Phillies. Tigers has a good chance to go no run first. Yes. Suarez did get to 6 Ks, by the way. He's at 80 pitches heading into the 7th, so he should be coming out. 3-1 Phillies there. Hopefully you got a piece of that. I don't like the Giants today, and lack of hitting is one of them there. And by the way, Nathaniel Lowe triples for the Nats. We told you plus 7.5. They've got a runner at third, nobody out. Logan Webb's been okay. Not as dominant as he has been in years past, but I'll be really honest with you. The A's bats are scary versus the Giants. So did Ranger get pulled at 80 pitches? Oh, he did? I'm sorry if I missed that, by the way, Shreds. My apologies. He did. So, yeah, he goes under 18.5 outs. That's a lot of outs. A lot of things can happen. He was at 80 pitches through 5. So he should have came back out for the 6th. Maybe a little bit of injury concern there. Let's see here. We got Yankees finally get another runner on. Frankie Montas, by the way, cruising in this one. 5 innings, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts, only at 67 pitches here in the 6th. Shreds, thanks for the follow. And Phillies take a 3-1 lead. Grisham's going to get a hit. We got a couple runners on for the Yanks as they make a little bit of noise. Nationals do score that run from after the Nathaniel Lowe triple. Josh Bell singles them home 9-3. Buehler's still on the mound. He just hit 100 pitches. Do I think Mookie strikes out once? Mookie's not the easiest strikeout on earth, but there's a good chance. If you could bet Mookie Betts grounds out twice, that would be fabulous. Radig Bond, thanks for joining. My typing errors won't get right. Contreras killed my early lineup. He got over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, Rob. Ray sold. That bullpen for them has been the Achilles here as of late. Royals do have a couple runners on first and third as Jonathan India finally gets a hit. It was a little tough in that one, right? You had him for a home run for Contreras. If you're doing a home run parlay, prepare to, how do I put this, lose 99% of the time. That is it's like an anytime touchdown, except harder, and it's all advantage to the book. Who do you like to strike out for the Tigers game? Riley Green, strike out. Dodgers game, Ohtani for sure. The Rays, I normally play better on the road. They've struggled with the Twins the first 2 games. Bezzy Boy, thanks for joining. Yeah. All right, Ken, the Royals put a run up here against Ryan Nelson. No problem, unknown. Make sure you guys throw some likes or shares or something. Throw a tip in, join the Discord. There's got to be something there. We don't mind giving away freebies, but, give a little love back. We answer questions for hours. Nothing wrong with it. On Mize, a good chance there. 2 strikeouts for Ohtani. And they can strike out twice. Remember, he's only going to pitch probably 2 innings, maybe 3 today, but that's 3's pushing. Nick, thanks for liking the live. Dude, thanks for liking the live. Well, the reason why he's not pitching many innings is he couldn't go down to like AAA and AA to get that. So he's got to do it in the big leagues because they need his bat. So you're going to see, quite a few starts with the 1, 2, 3 innings. So who can hit in the Tigers-Guardians game? I'd focus on the Tigers, Gleyber Torres, and Spencer Torkelson going against the lefty. Thank you, Vera. Appreciate it. Dudament Logan Allen for 2.5 earned runs. Yeah, I got you. Either one of them can give up 2.5. Yankees, by the way, Judge did ground out. So 2nd and 3rd now, 1 out for Bellinger. Still can't believe that first inning sacrifice bunt for Soto. Bobby Witt, runners at 1st and 3rd, 2 outs, 3-1 count. He's struck out twice so far in 2 at-bats. He does get a run home on a single, so 4-1 there. Royals finally get on the board here in the 6th. We're about to see this Diamondbacks bullpen here before too long, which is not good because they're only up 4-1. They need to be up like 12-1. And let's see, Atlanta had a couple runners on. Michael Harris strikes out. So 5-5 going to the sixth. Ramirez, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's always live for that, no matter who the pitcher is. Depends on what the lay is for it. Homers for the Dodgers game. I don't think you're going to see a lot, if any. But I would be on the Astros side with Altuve and Paredes. Bellinger gets a run. Yeah, double 7-4 in this Yankees-Mets game. Montas finally showing chinks in the armor there. Humble, thanks for liking the live. Nationals still down 9-3. We told you plus 7.5. Looked like a pretty good bargain there. And that one, Royals game's getting closer to that over 6.5 we said live. It's 4-1. Here comes the bullpen, I think, with Pasquantino up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what you can hope for, man. You got to – I understand if you took him before the game, but you got a reverse course, and plus 7.5 was – whew, that's a lot of runs, man. A lot of them. Can Baltimore score some more as well? Lorenzo, O'Hearn, Stallings. As Sanchez is out of the game for some reason, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. That's not good. Ugh. For the Mariners, Crawford and Raleigh probably. Is Raleigh even playing tonight? Crawford and Raleigh. Yep. Giants versus A's. I do like the A's to get the upset there. Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like the A's are going to win it. Yes. Just they can score a lot more than what the Giants can, even though the pitching matchup definitely leans that way to the Giants. All right, Pasquantino lines out, so that's it for the Royals. 4-1 going to the bottom of the sixth. Alek Thomas, Alexander, Corbin Carroll up. Do like the Stros today. Pitching matchup I like quite a bit. So Fromber's pitched well. He's been pretty consistent versus years past where he hasn't been. So like getting behind him in this one. Ragabon, thanks for coming on. Humble, thank you. Extras for Toronto. Probably the best thing that could have happened to him. Phillies did take that 3-1 lead on the Alec Bohm 2-run shot. Or Bohm, sorry. 9-3 Red Sox, 2-2 Milwaukee and the Marlins, 4-1 D-backs, 5-5 Baltimore and Atlanta, 7-4 Mets still with the lead. In that one, Blue Jays or Angels. We said earlier Blue Jays. We've continued to say Blue Jays. We'll go Blue Jays one more time. All right, we are going to have to hop off both the YouTube and the TikTok apps here in about 2 minutes just to give you a heads up. So if you got any other questions, feel free to hop on. We will be on tomorrow. We'll try to be on before the baseball games start in the morning there, or I guess early, late morning East Coast time as well to get any of those questions answered. Also, make sure, are the Blue Jays going to win? I thought they were going to win the whole time. So I'm still not in desperation mode there. Padres hitters, don't like one of them, to be really honest. Too inconsistent for me. So stay away from them. Astros, I like the Astros to get something done. Phil, thanks for coming back on. We will be back on tomorrow. Make sure you follow us on YouTube and TikTok. TikTok will definitely be the fast part of the show. YouTube, a little bit more in depth on anything. If I had to lean one way on that 9, it would be under. Yes. Cards did win with the over. Yep. Cards had that, you just had to wait on the bullpen for the Cubs to come in. The back end of that has been god-awful, and it continued to be as well today. I do appreciate everybody coming on, as always. Make sure you check out the shows later on tonight, early tomorrow morning, and we'll check you guys out tomorrow. Everybody have a good one.
More ice cream, but you can have one a day, not 5.